the play-action pass to Adam Zanu.
And
so
it looks like, we're waiting for TV. I don't know why these TV guys can't get it together, because us radio guys seem to have it all under control.
And here goes Schultz, a high booming kick, and it goes to the end zone. And that'll be an automatic touchback.
Yes.
And the Tel-Aviv Sabres will start from their own 15-yard line, and it'll be 1st and 10.
Well, we'll see right off the bat. Now, this, Lions team does not give up big plays, generally speaking. They did a great job of containing John Millar in the run game. They really put a lot of pressure on them. They didn't give up any points against the Pioneers in the second half. So let's see what this defense has to offer. Ilya Patel is one of the stars of the defense. You have Cooper out there.
Also, Gadi Midawa playing a huge role. And, of course, Lapino is out there, and Mr. Moore, Abino Moore, number 8. We'll get more to the defenders in one moment, but ready to go under center. It'll be 1st and 10, and Kagami hands it off to Sol. Like I mentioned, great runner. He breaks a tackle, runs out to the right, and is finally pushed out at the 30-yard line. A gain of 15 for the Tel-Aviv Sabres.
Yeah, that was a big run there right off the bat, and that is it's funny because I just said they do not typically give up the big run like that. And there they go, right off the bat with a big run. So number 5 is, I'm sorry.
5 is Sol. Like I mentioned, Sol was out there for the punt return team, has a lot of great runs. And we'll see if Kakami goes back to him. And also want to mention on the defense, number 11, Oren Nathan, and number 10, Avi Abasov. So we'll see how they're going to defend the run if they decide to go back to it. Here's Kakami under center. And he fakes the handoff, instead goes to Saul again. So the fake-off was to Joseph Glickman, instead goes back to Saul. Saul picks about 3, and it'll be 2nd and 7.
All right, nice stop there by Ilya Patel. Closed quickly there, did not let him get the corner, which, as we know, in 8-on-8 football or in the IFL, the corner is the place to be. If you can break containment, then that is a key to a successful game for you.
Also up front for the Tel-Aviv Sabres, want to mention number 90, Bilal Ali, also number 68, Moti Cross, and number 69, Sad Kassas, giving a lot of protection for Saul for those runs. Can't forget the linemen. As Big Ben likes to say, they're not only smart, they are good-looking. Here's Kakami under center and hands off to the big fullback, number 51, Daniel Wasser. Wasser picks up about 2, and it'll be 3rd and 5.
Yeah, it was about 3rd and 5 there, and he was wrapped up pretty quick. And we'll see what the third down is going to look like. I mean, I would assume they're in 2-down territory because once you cross midfield in the IFL, you're pretty much in 2-down territory when it comes to 3rd down.
Right, no point of punting, and we haven't seen too many field goals early in the IFL season. We saw a few in Thursday night's ball game when the Haifa Underdogs took on the Jerusalem Kings.
Right, the Kings had a 41-yard field goal, but it's not typical of this league.
And Kakami hands off to the big running back, 48, which, of course, is Pavel Ezrochi, and Pavel picks up maybe a half a yard, if anything, and it'll be 4th down, 4th and 5. And we don't see the punting team for Tel Aviv, so they are going to go for it.
It looks like they're spotting it, Ari, much shorter than 5. It looks like about 4th and 2 they're spotting it here. I'm not
They
sure.
get a generous spot, and we'll see if Tel Aviv can take advantage of it. They'll have a short opportunity for the first down. I want to mention Adam Zanu just came in as wide out. He'll be to Kakami's left. And Tel Aviv Sabres call a timeout. Looks like Tel Aviv wants to talk it over.
Yeah, we're going to talk it over here. And Yona Michon quickly goes out. Coach Ross quickly goes out. And, little last-minute instructions here. Looks like some confusion on the 4th down, a place they don't want to turn the ball over early. So, we always joke that we have celebrities here. And I guess now we...
Well, joking is a matter of opinion, but it certainly is not a matter of opinion by any stretch of the imagination as the 16th ranked most powerful Jew.
I believe, yes.
And we got to trust those rankings. Who came with J Post, I believe.
Exactly.
So you can't trust J Post. Who can you trust?
Who can you trust? And, of course, the leader of the defense forces of our proud country is here tonight, Gabi Ashkenazi, to see his son Itai, the quarterback of the Lions. Always good to see Gabi here.
Yes.
All right, here we go on 4th and maybe 2.
4th and 2. Kakami's under center. Zanu, the wideout to the left. And Zanu is in motion. 2-back set for Tel Aviv. And here comes the pitch. It goes to Saul. Saul comes back in right. And he's brought down by Nathan. We'll see if that's enough for the first.
It's going to be very
they
close.
are. They indicate. Yes, Roy Freeman says 1st down. Tel Aviv picks up the 1st. And I believe they're in goal territory. So I believe that is 1st and goal for the Tel Aviv Sabres. Great tackle by Nathan.
Yeah, first
saved
and goal here right off the bat. And that was a big statement play there. You know, you don't think of too many early statement plays, but it'd be interesting to see the Sabres team go down and score a touchdown on the very first drive.
Right, like I mentioned, want to establish momentum and have Tel-Aviv play from behind. It definitely is a different Jerusalem play from behind. It definitely affects their team. And interesting, look at this. We're going to try to figure out what happened, but apparently Kakami was trying to throw a screen pass.
I'm not so sure.
And the referees have to decide if it was backwards or not. It is considered a fumble. It's ruled a fumble.
Yeah, that ball was not given a forward pass, and so
it was ruled backwards. So that's considered like a handoff, and therefore it was. And of course, the receiver dropped it. Saul dropped it there, and the Jerusalem Lions recover. So here come the Lions and see what they can do on offense.
And a very, very heads-up play by the Lions to cover that, because in many teams, I can tell you, would just let that ball die and sit. But that was a very heads-up play. So here we go after a fourth down, a huge fourth down. We'll see Itai go to work here. Going the other way.
And here comes Itai Ashkenazi, three-wide receiver set and complete. He hits it right on a little screen pass and picked up maybe a yard. Pass complete to number 41, Benjamin Schultz. So right. Schultz does a little of everything on this ball club.
He absolutely does. But that was a big play for Itai. I'll tell you why. Because we know his confidence was lacking. And I think maybe they may go with those little screens. And then, of course, we all know the slant that they love to run and the deep corner route to Idan Yaron. So I'm sure you're going to see a test of the corners here coming up shortly.
And up front for Ashkenazi is Ron Shochet, Mr. Hauser, and, of course, Donnie Schechter. And we'll see if Itai can get some time tonight. And they decide to go to the run, hand the ball up to Leigh Boel, picks up about 1 or 1.5, and it'll be third down early for the Jerusalem Lions.
Right, third early, and Leib kind of powers through. He's going to, Leib is the kind of bruising back there. He's not going to get you huge chunks, but I believe the defenders are going to feel every time he hits them. So.
Certainly, and on defense here for number 21, Jenny Prilov, and number 60, Jeremy Sable, of course, the captain of the defense. Number 10, Yaniv Yaron. And we'll mention more defenders later on in the broadcast. Ashkenazi comes and pumps that little pass. This is going to be a huge play for the Jerusalem Lions. One man to beat is finally brought down. Great play by Ashkenazi. Throws that little quick slant to number 98 for the Jerusalem Lions, 98, Donnie Schechter. And they're now in first and goal. That's a great play by the Lions.
That was a great place by the Lions. I'm telling you, he looked like he almost dropped that ball, had it pinned against his hip, and just kind of took off with it. And amazing play there because I think it kind of stalled out the Tel Aviv defense. I think they thought it was going to be dropped, and there you go. Nice little play.
And it's funny, only in the IFL, the camera crew for Sport 5 run on the field to film the huddle, then run right back off. Here's Itai, and he's got one wide receiver out to the right. He's going to go home deep for the end zone, but it's a little too far. Pass intended for Benjamin Schultz.
Yeah, nice pickup there on the blitz. Itai looked like he was in trouble early, but they certainly picked that up quick. And so here we go, second and goal from about the 7, we're calling it?
About the 7-yard line, and the Lions make a quick switch personnel-wise. Matan Levy is out, Benjamin Schultz is out, and in is Leigh Boel. So we'll see what the Lions want to do. Itai makes some instructions to his offensive line, of course, led by Mr. Hauser at center. And Danny Schechter is going to be blocking a lot as well throughout the ballgame. But Leib's in the backfield, and Itai hands it off to Leib. Leib bruises through and picks up maybe about 1, and that tackle is made by number 27, Jenya Prilov.
Yeah, quickly go to third and goal. It looked like they brought in Abigail Moore to kind of be the big blocker there. That did not work, and Tel Aviv sniffed that out pretty well.
So with 6 minutes left in the first quarter, our ball game is tied at 0. And keep in mind, Tel Aviv was in goal line territory, and they had a fumble. So we'll see if the Lions can prevent that type of mistake. Ashkenazi has 2 receivers to his right and Leib in the backfield. And Itai throws that little slant, almost intercepted, but the ball was intended for number 88, number 88, Idan Yaron. Again, that's Ashkenazi's favorite target.
That is his favorite target, and that's actually their favorite play. That crossing pattern there is a play that works for them generally.
And the Lions decided to take a timeout. It's the first timeout of the first half.
That's right, and we will take a timeout as well, Ari Lewis.
So with our score, with 5 minutes and 23 seconds left in the first quarter, our score, the Jerusalem Lions 0 and the Tel-Aviv Sabres 0 as well. We'll be right back after these words.
Broadcasting live from Israel.
IsraelSportsRadio.com.
And we are back. Lions take the timeout, ready to come back on 3rd and goal. Ashkenazi does a slant pass again, and that pass is complete to Benjamin Schultz, and that's good for the Lions. Touchdown.
Touchdown, Jerusalem Lions. Benjamin Schultz, that's their favorite crossing pattern there. The problem with that, of course, is that it wasn't your own, and that's something we don't see. But Schultz has been a great addition for this team, coming off the national flag team, a player that obviously Yona knows well from the flag football days, and here we go with the 2-point conversion. We all know that in this league, the extra points and 2-point conversions are huge.
Right, because many times both teams will score the same amount of touchdowns, and what decides the ball game are these 2-point conversions. But great little run, little pass from to Schultz. Schultz has a little everything on this team, like I mentioned. Kicks off. He's also the backup quarterback on the squad. Here's Ashkenazi for the 2-point conversion. He's got Boyle in the backfield. And instead, he goes up the middle to Danny Brill. Brill runs for maybe a yard, and the 2-point conversion is no good.
That's right, 2-point conversion no good. And we're going to take a quick commercial break while we
get set for the kickoff.
Looking for great food, great atmosphere, and great sports all under one roof? And come on down to Agove Sports Bar. Whether it's sitting back, relaxing, enjoying food and drink with your friends from Agove's kosher menu, or getting into the action by watching the biggest games in sports on one of Agove's 742-inch plasma TVs, Agove has something for everyone. So come on down to Agove Sports Bar, located on 5 Solomon Street in downtown Jerusalem, and plan your next event at Agove.
And we're back after the Lions scored the touchdown. Benjamin Schultz on the way to kick off. Soul is in the backfield trying to return it. And here comes Schultz. Long, high, moving kick, and that will go in the end zone. Automatic touchback for the Tel-Aviv Sabres. They will take over from their own 15-yard line, and it will be 1st and 10.
All right, let's see how Tel Aviv reacts because, this is a team that drove very deep into territory, turned the ball over, but obviously showed that they could move the ball. So we will see how this goes for them.
And I have to tell you, Coach Ross was livid after that touchdown. Did not like how easily the defense gave that up. And Coach Ross is certainly a fiery individual, and we'll see if those words ring true to Tel Aviv, and they respond. Here comes Kakami, and he throws a quick pass, slant to Saul. Saul picks up about 4, knocked out at the 19-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 6 for the Tel Aviv Sabres.
Yeah, it looks like they're running to that right side for them as they come down. I
want to take this time to mention some of the people getting on the defense on this play. For the Lions, number 52, Ben Lemberg is in the ball game. You mentioned number 10, Avi Abasav, played in the last drive as well. Number 66, Elia Lapidot. And, of course, number 11, Oren Nathan. We'll get to some of those defenders. Obviously, Eli Patel is playing quarter. Here come the Tel Aviv Sabres on 2nd down. No wide receivers out, 2 men in the backfield, and they go to the run and lose probably about a yard. That run was made by number 46, Hamoud Hassas. So it'll be 3rd down for the Tel Aviv Sabres.
And, Hamoud we have not seen until this game.
Because John Room was running early, and Hamoud kind of took the bench when John came to the ball club, and Hamoud was very much into the team, and what was better for the team, total team player, is back in and gets significant time with Ruben's absence. Here's Kakami under center, Zanu, the wideout to his left, and he's ready to pass. He's looking for Zanu. Zanu is open, and it's complete. Adam Zanu with the big reception. And he's finally brought down at the 5-yard line. There's some little extracurricular play after the game. Andy Gershon, what happened there right at the end of that play?
I don't know what was going on. They were having a tough time bringing him down. But it looked like we've got, another goal here, 1st and goal. And that was he was just playing center field as we saw him do on the defensive side of the ball, and he was just waiting for that ball. It was a great catch there. So they are first and goal here from about the...
I think he got within the 5. It looks like about the 3-yard line. Like I mentioned, Tel Aviv loves to set up the pass by going to the run first and throwing the teams off balance. Certainly worked on this drive. Zanu again, the wide out to the right. It'll be first and goal, but they go to the run. Run is made by their big fullback, number 51, Daniel Wasser, and...
Touchdown.
They do signal touchdown. Yes, touchdown, Tel Aviv Sabres.
Yeah, so it ties it up at 6-6, and that was, I said let's see how they respond. Well, that didn't take long for them to respond. 6-6, and like I said on the last one where the Lions did not make the 2-point conversion, this is a big thing here in this league where the 2-point conversions come back to haunt you. So let's see how this goes here, and their running game seems to certainly be able to punch it in there.
And here comes Kakami with Casas in the backfield. 2 wide receivers set. And now their tight end, number 66, Ehud Epstein, is out there as receiver as well. So 3 receivers, but they go to the run, and Casas is in. 2-point conversion is good. And our score with 4 minutes and 37 seconds left in the first quarter. The Tel Aviv Sabres 8 and the Jerusalem Lions 6.
And we will certainly be right back. We're going to take a quick break and come back for the kickoff, and it's going to be looks like a high-scoring game here. We will be right back after these words from Michon Plumbing.
For all your plumbing needs, call Michon Plumbing at 052-240-3557. Michon Plumbing can take care of boilers, radiators, blockages, burst pipes, and all your general plumbing needs. Mention this ad when you call Michon Plumbing and receive 10% off your service call.
All right, and we are back here at Wilson Stadium, and we will see now, once again, talk about responding, how the Lions respond and how the Tel Aviv defense responds as we get ready to go here, kicking off.
Now here's Coach Yoni Michon's turn to try to pump up and motivate his team after his defense allows that touchdown, which only took 5 plays. So great playing on the offense of Tel Aviv. And ready to kick off for the Tel Aviv Sabres is number 66, Ehud Epstein. So Epstein is a little bit on this ball club, plays a little tight end, and he's kicking off here. Ehud is about ready to go, and he kicks a long, high, booming kick. And Ali Patel will not be able to return this. It goes into the end zone. So that's a touchback, and the Jerusalem Lions will take over from their own 15-yard line. It'll be first and 10.
15-yard line, and let's see. Don't be surprised if we have not seen that deep ball from Itai yet. I wouldn't be surprised to see them stretch the field a little bit. They know they can do it. They did get a big pickup before on the ball that was caught basically on the hip and taken for big yardage. But we'll see. We'll see what they have in store. I mean, they don't seem to really have the running game going. It doesn't seem. I mean, Labe isn't getting much more than 2-3 yards here, and here we are. There you go.
And here comes Ashkenazi under center, 2 wide receivers set. Daniel Rohn out to his right, and Benjamin Schultz out to his left. Leahy Boyle is in the backfield. And Ashkenazi hits Schultz complete on that quick little slant. Here comes Schultz. He's got one man to beat, and he's finally brought down by big number 48, of course, Pavel Esrochi, who plays both running back and defensive corner.
Yep, comes right across on that slant, gets across midfield, and I mean that is Itai's favorite play there. And it looks like they're running it to Schultz here, who is a lot quicker, I think, than Yaron. I think Yaron's probably got the better hands.
And Benjamin's bigger too,
right,
which
so
makes him much
harder.
tougher to bring down.
Right. So let's see how this goes because you see Schultz lined up on the outside, and it looks like they could just keep running that play.
So same formation, except Itai is in shotgun formation. First and 10 from the 29. Itai's going deep for Schultz. Schultz is open. It's caught. It's complete. Touchdown, Jerusalem Lions.
Wow, and we saw Itai expose the secondary in that preseason game, and wow, that was all Itai and Schultz. I mean, he just left him out there on an island, and wow, nice little play there. And I shouldn't say wow, I think.
You can say wow whatever you want, Andy Gershman. This is our
Arlo.
broadcast, and we'll say how we want to say it. Do what we want to do.
So here we go. It's 12-8, extra point pending, and each team seems to be. Can we call this a heavyweight match? Because you wouldn't let me call it the
in IFL terms, yes. This is Dempsey versus Marciano.
Dempsey and Marciano here. Exchange of blows.
Here comes Ashkenazi, the two-point conversion. He goes incomplete. Pass intended for Benjamin Schultz. And our score with 3 minutes and 30 seconds left in the first quarter, the Tel Aviv Sabres 8 and the Jerusalem Lions 12.
Yeah, it's this is going to be a lot of fun, Ari, if this keeps up, because we're in for a track meet, apparently. I don't know that either team can be happy with the defense, but, we'll
Both
see.
quarterbacks are playing very well after arguably Ashkenazi's subpar performance. And Kakami, I thought he played pretty well in the game against Beersheba, but he's playing even at a higher level in this ballgame. So we'll see how the defense are going to respond to these quarterbacks who seem to have a lot of time, and they're able to hit their receivers.
Right, and, I think a lot of it is going to just be a matter of not giving up that huge play, and both teams have now given up 2 big plays. So looks like the secondaries are struggling a bit.
Here comes Benjamin Schultz on the kickoff. Not a very high booming kick, but still goes to the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. And the Tel Aviv Sabres are going to take over from the 15-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10, and we're going to see how they respond this time. Talk about a heavyweight title fight or heavyweight matchup, punch by punch. Well, they just got punch, and it's their turn to see if they can hit back.
Yeah, no, that was kind of a dangerous play there, by Pavel on that kick, because he put his hands up to catch the ball at about the 1 yard line.
And of course, it's live, and had he touched it and not picked it up, the Lions were running very quick and couldn't pick it up. But it went through his hands into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And here come the Tel Aviv Sabres. And when we get one more, we'll mention some of the linemen. But Zanu is the wideout right now, and some people jump. First penalty of the ball game. And we'll see who jumped it in one moment. I think it may have been number 10, Avi Abasov. Nope, it is against the offense. Okay, so he jumped afterwards. And looks like the man who jumped first, kind of hard to tell, but the lineman for Tel Aviv Sabres is number 66, Ehud Udi Epstein. Like I mentioned, he was out there. And in any case, they go back 5 yards. So it'll be 1st and 15 for the Tel Aviv Sabres.
1st and 15. Now, this is something, like you said, first penalty. We haven't seen anybody in long, distance down situations. So
here comes Kakami, 2 running back set, and his running back Sol runs out. He hits him in the flat. Sol's going deep, and he's finally pushed out by Eli Patel. Ilya saved a touchdown right there.
He did save a touchdown, but you don't want Ilya Patel to be the guy making the tackles on that little screen play. That was a long gain, as we just heard from the PA announcer.
They gained about 40 yards on that play, so it'll be 1st and 10 for Tel Aviv from the Lions' 20-yard line. They get into Lions territory, and we'll see how their red zone offense matches up. Last time, they hit Zanu deep, and then they were at goal line. This time, they're going to have to get a few more yards before they go into goal territory. We'll take time again. Mention number 90, Bilal Ali is up front as well for the Tel Aviv Sabres. Joseph Glickman in the backfield. And he goes to Casas. Casas bounces out left, dances, cuts in right, still not tackled, and Casas is in. He jumps over the last defender and scores. Touchdown, Tel Aviv Sabres.
Yeah, touchdown, Tel Aviv Sabres. So, punch back, I guess, and that makes it 14-12 here. Extra point pending. Now, Gani McDodd is not playing tonight, it appears. He did have some knee trouble, as we know, and apparently he's not playing. We'll see how that's going to factor throughout this game, because Gani is an emotional part of this defense. He's also a great punter, as we saw in that first game.
Yes, absolutely. Does a little of everything for the ball club. And, of course, Gani McDodd swears that had the Tel Aviv Pioneers not spiked the ball in fourth, they would have stopped him. He has a lot of confidence in their defense. Here's Kakami. He's under center with Joseph Glickman in motion. Kakami runs out right, runs left, being chased by a couple of defenders, and hits the new complete. Two-point conversion is good.
Yeah, it looked like he could have actually run that, and if he wanted to, he had plenty of green in front of him. So, 16-12, and one thing that is going to concern the Lions is they cannot afford, if they're going to score, not to make these two-point conversions. Because now they've scored the same number of touchdowns, but, of course, they're losing by 4 points. One more touchdown exchange like this, and they're put themselves a whole touchdown behind.
Absolutely. That's a big difference of the IFL, because there are not so many extra points kicked, and they rely on the two-point conversion. These two-point conversions add up really quickly. Yes, we're here for Commissioner Uriel Sturb and other fans who are hazing us as well, talking about the two-point conversion. We understand that it is a big part of the ballgame.
It is going to be huge here to see how this plays out.
Right. Right.
So we need safeties then.
I think Roger Goodell should come to broadcast and talk to. That was great. And we're hearing a little noise.
Right.
I'm not sure what that was. Okay, everything is set.
We're good.
We are 43 seconds left here in the first quarter. We already have a high-scoring ball game, 16-12. Tel-Aviv Sabres have the advantage and ready, set to kick off.
I mean, they're one touchdown beyond the point total of the Pioneer Lions game from last week.
Yes, absolutely. To give you some perspective. And here ready for the kickoff, number 66, Ehud Epstein. He kicks the ball. This time it's playable, not going in the end zone. Benjamin Schultz picks it up, drops it, and actually Elia Patel then picked it up. And Ilya runs out. He's still on his feet, and he gets to about the 21-yard line. Good run from Ilya. And the Lions will take over from the 21-yard line, 1st and 10.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see which defense makes the first stop, because that's really looks like the key here. I mean, yes, the Lions made the first stop, I guess, by recovering the fumble. But you take that out of the picture, and it seems like a lot of scoring.
And for the Lions up front, of course, their captain number 51, Mr. Hauser, and 98, Danny Schechter, will be playing a bit of tight end, getting some Ashkenazi protection. Look for him to run out to the flat potentially. Number 83, Aaron Shokot, is playing up front as well. And the first quarter just ended, so we'll be switching sides. Our score, the Tel-Aviv Sabres 16 and the Jerusalem Lions 12. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors.
Wait a minute, what are you off to, Schmall?
I'm taking off.
Where are you going?
Off the beaten track. Wanna come?
When?
Every Thursday, 4 p.m. on Israel Sports Radio.
SendASafer.com. Send a safer or book to someone in Israel. Send a safer for a wedding or bar mitzvah present. Send a safer to a yeshiva student studying in Israel for the year. Order a safer for yourself. Free delivery in Jerusalem. Click on the SendASafer.com ad on the Israel Sports Radio homepage and send a safer or book to someone right now. SendASafer.com.
All right, and welcome back to Wolfson Stadium.
And first play of the second quarter, Ashkenazi hands up to Leigh Boyle. Boyle picks up no yards. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, I don't know that the running game is giving them what they want. They've seen a very 1 and 2 yard games here. It seems that they are being stuffed at the line. I don't know. You know, it is Mr. Hauser's first game back. I don't know if that's causing some problems maybe in the rhythm. But, yeah, they are now at 2nd and 9.
Second and 9 for Ashkenazi and the Lions. He throws a quick slant out to Yaron. Yaron is running backwards and finally brought down by Jerry Samuel. It's a fumble, and the Tel Aviv Sabres recover, and the referee's going to talk this over. I think it'll be Tel Aviv ball. This could be the first big stop of the game, and it is. Tel Aviv will recover the ball. They're going to take it over from the Lions' 11-yard line. Unless something changes right now.
The Lions' offense is not leaving the field, so I'm not sure really what have they pointed in a direction or.
Very confusing here because it seemed very clearly that the Sabres recovered the football. And the referee's talking this over. The only thing I could think of was perhaps a
third
okay,
long.
Ball goes back to the Lions. I think it was a stop of forward progress. Yes,
right,
we're here for the
exactly.
referee. So the ball is going to stay with the Lions. And I'll tell you, Coach Ross is very livid about this, but the refs do rule that Yaron's progress was stopped. Kind of a funny-looking play as he's running backwards.
Right, he did. He lost a lot of yardage.
He lost about 10, so it'll be 3rd and 20 for the Jerusalem Lions. And Ashkenazi's talking over with Mr. Hauser right now. Looks like they're talking about some protection issues. Leigh Boyle is in the backfield. He may be giving Ashkenazi some blocking room. Schultz and Yaron, the wide receivers, to the outside. And here come the Lions on a big 3rd down early in this game in the second quarter. Ashkenazi, shotgun formation. He's ready to go. Chance of defense from the Sabres. He goes to Schultz, and it's complete. But Schultz is brought down by number 48. What's his name? Pavel Ezrohi. And he picks up about 5. So it'll be 4th and 15, and the Lions set out the punter unit.
Yeah, well, it's Benjamin Schultz, who just caught that, is their punter as well, I believe. Yeah, he is.
In case you're looking for a fake, it potentially could be. But at this point, this is the first defensive stop of the ball game,
right,
and it goes to the Sabres.
Right.
And out to receive the punt is number 80, Tall Greenblatt. Greenblatt had a lot of great runs in the game against Beersheva last week. We'll see what he can do here. Here's Schultz ready to punt. And Greenblatt is out deep to receive. Schultz hits a high punt, goes out a little bit to the left. It takes a good bounce there, and the Lions pick it up and recover. Great punt from Schultz.
That was a great punt that, you're looking when you're penned deep like they were for some field position issues, but that punt really bailed them out. Now let's see if Big Blue can respond with the stop here, or the Sabres, their offense has been rolling. So with 10 minutes and 15 seconds to go, leading already 16-12, another tacked on touchdown here, and when they're just punching here. So let's see what the Sabres have to offer. Remember, this is a Sabres team that is playing without John Rubin. So
and they're still playing great. On defense for Lions is number 52, Ben Lundberg, and Nathan is out there well. Also, Yoni Cooper, Elliot Patel, and number 14, Ari Bauman. Bauman's in the ball game, who also is their third-string quarterback, but he plays great defense. Kakami under center, and he looks to hand off, and does hand off to number 51, Daniel Wasser. Wasser picks about a yard. It'll be 2nd and 9 Sabres from the 11-yard line.
Yeah, and look, that's a few yards there. I think the Lions will certainly take that. I mean, rather than those big running plays that they've been behind on, before. So let's see what happens here, and see if they can't make another stop here, or if we're going to see a Sabres team just keep on piling up the points.
And here comes Kakabi, hands the ball off to Saul. Saul has a great run there, picked up about 7, almost first down for the Tel Aviv Sabres.
I tell you, Saul is really giving them some problems here with the with the running. He has been tough to catch, and he is also playing the sidelines. He's running both sidelines. It seems that the right sideline is certainly his place to go in this game.
And interesting defensive move for the Lions. Label is in on defense for the Lions. Number 14, Ari Bauman, goes out. And they're going to measure this. So this may have been enough for the first down. We'll find out in one moment. So either it will be first down, Tel Aviv Sabres from about the 17-yard line. And it is. It is first down, so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Sabres. Again, great run by Saul. And you mentioned he works those sidelines so well. You think he's out of bounds, but he just keeps on going. He inches that line, tiptoes through, and is very hard to bring down with his quickness. Here come the Tel Aviv Sabres, 1st and 10. And it looks like they're going to mark it at the 18. Zanu is out as a wideout. And a little confusion before we begin. Want to mention also up front for the Tel Aviv Sabres is number 66, Ehud Udi Epstein. And, of course, number 65, Saad Kassas. And here giving Kakami a lot of time to make those passes. And somebody jumped. Looked like if it was on the Lions, Moore jumped. We'll find out one moment if it's against the Tel Aviv Sabres, if one of their linemen jumped first.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised. If that was against the Lions, then Tel Aviv should have taken that free play.
And it is against the Lions, so Moore jumped. The big fella, also known as Sabra on this team, the grandfather of the team, Avigal Moore, but he generally played a great defense, but got caught there as he jumped.
Right, 1st and 5 here.
1st and 5 for the Tel Aviv Sabres from the 23-yard line. Zanu out, wide out to Kagami's left. And Zanu is looking to pass. He's looking, goes Zanu deep. And Zanu almost catches it, is a little too far. Great defense by number 11, Oren Nathan.
Right, and I'm telling you, that was right through his hands, but he would have had to make a hell of a catch there. Did I say hell of a catch? Yeah,
you're allowed to say that.
And it looked like Zanu just actually went to the ref and kind of said, "Look."
I think Nathan bumped him. I saw Nathan. Yeah, Nathan bumped him before he got to the ball, so it was hard for the referees to tell about the pass interference. But I agree with Zanu. I think there was pass interference on the call, but nevertheless, it is not called, and the game continues.
Right, and remember that they are missing Gani Medad, so
and Medad is known for covering the top receiver for the other squad. It'll be 2nd and 5 for the Sabres. And Kagami pitches the ball back to Saul. Saul runs to the outside, and he may have gotten enough for the first. We'll find out in one moment. They may measure this.
Yeah, it could be another measurement. It was close. It looked like it looked like it's just barely short there by about a foot, it looks like.
So third and half a yard coming up for the Tel-Aviv Sabres. This will be a big play because, like we talked about, the Sabres got the stop on the other end, and now it's the Lions' turn if they want to make sure the game, not that the game will get out of hand, but they are down by 4 points, and they don't want to go down by 2 scores. So we'll see what the Lions can muster. Yoni Cooper is in the ball game. Leigh Boyle, Elliot Patel out the back, and they're going to go to the run, and the run looks good. But there's a flag down to the play. The run was made by number 28, Eitan Ben David. The run was enough for the first. We'll find out in one moment who the penalty is against.
Yeah, that penalty kind of came in a little late for holding, but it could have. Just because of the position of the flag, it looks like it's probably holding, but there is a long discussion over it.
As the referees make their discussion, in for Tel Aviv's number 47, Joseph Glickman.
Face mask
against defense. And this is a team that is not penalized that often, and that is a bad penalty against the Lions. So the Tel Aviv Sabres are going to be in great field position. They are at about the 13. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Tel Aviv Sabres, already up 16-12 midway through the second quarter. And as a corner for the Lions, they put in number 29, Abihud Yarden. He'll be defending Zanu. Here come the Sabres, 2 men in the backfield, and Kakami's looking to throw, but he's being chased, and he goes real deep to Zanu. Oh, goodness gracious, almost caught. He almost caught that with one hand, but it is incomplete.
That would have been another great catch. That was a great play, actually, by Hakami because he got out to the outside there. He knew he could throw it away, and they were closing on him fast. Now, you mentioned the penalty, that face mask. I mean, that's the second penalty on this drive, which seems to have Yonah Michon very fired up over there. But, he needs his defense to make a stop here and not give up the yardage through the flag.
On defense for Lions is number 52, Big Ben Lamberg. So Lamberg will try to get into Hakami's face and try to take away some of that time he has to throw to Zanu. He has had all types of time today. And there's a fumble on the play. Zanu tosses it to Saul, and Saul picks up the fumble, but is brought down. Tackle made by Yoni Cooper, number 99, Yoni Cooper. And that was about a 4-yard loss, so it'll be 3rd down for the Tel Aviv Sabres.
Yeah, that was a little break for them now because you're looking at about 3rd and, 16 here? 3rd and 17 maybe? So that was a break they needed on this drive here if they're going to hold them. But as we know, Tel Aviv can put up some big yardage and put it up quickly.
3rd and long, 3rd and 17 for the 20-yard line. The Sabres throw out 4 wide receivers, but then they call timeout.
Yes.
Sabres will call timeout, and it looks like we will take a timeout as well.
I think we should, Ari.
With 4 minutes and 50 seconds left in the second quarter, the Tel Aviv Sabres 16, the Jerusalem Lions 12.
Catch our breath here, Ari, because these teams want to just run on us.
It's a bit of a track meet, folks, but we certainly enjoy it. We hope you enjoy it as well.
You're tuned in to the only all-sports talk network in the Middle East, IsraelSportsRadio.com.
For all your plumbing needs, call Michon Plumbing at 052-240-3557. Michon Plumbing can take care of boilers, radiators, blockages, burst pipes, and all your general plumbing needs. Mention this ad when you call Michon Plumbing and receive 10% off your service call.
And here we go, folks. We are back. Big 3rd down for the Tel Aviv Sabres. 3rd and long, 3rd and 17 from their own 20-yard line. The Sabres are going to throw out 3 wide receivers. Zanu, the wide out to the left, and they fake it to Saul. They go to Zanu. Zanu's open, and he's complete.
Wow.
Touchdown, Tel Aviv Sabres.
Beautiful play there. They fake the end around and put Zanu out there. I tell you, he's got some great hands and great speed. He got right in between the defenders there. There was no help there. Again, left on an island, and this is big because they need to make a stop here on this 2-point conversion. As big as the touchdown they need to stop some of these 2-point conversions, or they're going to go down by an extra touchdown.
And on defense there, number 11, Oren Nathan was looking at number 29, Abud Yarden, and just kind of put up his hands, had a knee on the ground, and just was amazed that Zanu beat the Lions again. And, yes, he's going to need some help. They may have to double up on Zanu, as he's already had a couple great catches in the ball game. And Kakame, the 2-point conversion, hands the ball off to Saul. Saul runs out to the right, and did not get in. The Tel-Aviv Sabres, I think, are complaining a penalty here, but as of right now, referees are signaling no good. So as of right now, the score is the Tel-Aviv Sabres 22 and the Jerusalem Lions 12.
Yes, they did not get in there, and all the lobbying. You got every coach and
even John Sharon's up, and John Sharon never gets into it with the referees.
And about 75% of the players. So, but they do say no to that.
Yes, they're not listening to the lobbying, and they will take a 10-point lead with a few minutes left here in the second quarter. And right now the Lions have a bit of a huddle before they're ready to receive, and they're going to talk things over. They don't want this game to get out of hand. Benjamin Schultz is out there, number 48. Hillel Goldstein into the ball game, 98. Donnie Schechter, and number 75, I apologize for that, number 66, Eliar Lapidot is in there well for the receiving team, but the man out to receive for the Jerusalem Lions is Benjamin Schultz. Also, Ilya Patel is back there as well.
Right, both speedy, and we've seen Ilya run one back already, and Schultz is tough to take down, so interesting here to see where this ball is going to be kicked, and it's squib kicked of all things.
Squib kick by Epstein. Bad kick. I don't understand the decision there. If that was intentional, the Lions are going to have great field position.
Because you not only do you get it, I think it's a penalty on top of where it goes out of bounds. So, it's going to be interesting to see where the spot of this ball goes.
As of right now, they're spotting the ball at the 30-yard line.
But you know what? That's not actually the spot. That was the ball. I don't know why he did it, but that was the ball Itai brought in to use.
Well, it's funny, right? But as it is, the ball is just sitting there. The Sabres move up to that ball that Itai brought in.
That is not the spot of the ball.
We'll see if the referees are going to pick this up and focus. As right now, they're going to let it go, and they're going to get it from the 30-yard line. And somehow Tel-Aviv catches a break.
Wait. I'm not really sure why this ball is being spotted there. Roy Freeman has sorted this out.
Okay,
Roy should not. Itai should not have put that ball down. Let the
referees do it. You don't want to lose 10 yards, certainly when you don't have to. They're going to talk it over and figure out where the spot should be. I think they're going to move this up to the 25 or 20-yard. It looks like 20. I originally was going to call it at the 20-yard line, and that's where they're going to put it up.
Which, of course, was right.
Yes, it is, because I'm Ari Lewis, and once in a while I get things right out here. So here comes
performing every weekend
Saturday night. Here come the Jerusalem Lions, 1st and 10. They're in Tel Aviv territory at the 20-yard line. Ashkenazi in the shotgun formation. Ashkenazi's looking to pass and hits Matan Levy complete. Matan runs out to the left, and he's on his feet, and he's in the end zone. Touchdown, Jerusalem Lions.
Nice response there. And Yonah Mishana is fired up over there. That brings it back within 4 points with the 2-point conversion. I am going to assume pending and not a extra point. But that was really quick, and it all came from that poor kickoff. And you cannot afford to make those kind of mistakes in this kind of game. I'm sure he was not trying to squib it out of bounds, but I'm not even sure if that was a called squib kick because I'm not sure the point of that at this point in the game.
Special teams are such a huge factor in the IFL. And you saw it there as the Lions had great field position. Take advantage of it on the first play of their drive. And here comes Ashkenazi in the shotgun formation. Labe out there to block, and Ashkenazi buys some time, scrambles out to the left. He throws and almost complete. Ball juggled by Yaron, but it's incomplete. And our score, with 2 minutes and 15 seconds left in the first half, the Tel Aviv Sabres 20 and the Jerusalem Lions 18. So 22. I apologize. Tel Aviv Sabres 22, the Jerusalem Lions 18, and a 4-point advantage for the Sabres. And again, those 2-point conversions are going to add up.
Oh.
Okay. So there's a penalty assessed of holding of offense. Are they going to redo?
It was offsides on the defense.
Oh, excuse me, offsides on the defense. They're going to redo the 2-point conversion. This could be huge because instead of a 4-point game, it could be a 2-point game. And that's going to be a big deal down the stretch if a potential field goal will win it. And like I mentioned, these 2-point conversions add up over and over and over. The Lions are going to have to score a 2-point conversion at some point if they're going to want to win this game.
Or an extra touchdown. One of the
something.
two.
They're going to need one of those things.
And I don't think they want to go extra touchdown play.
Not at this point with both teams striking so well in the game. Here's Ashkenazi with Leigh Boyle in the backfield. 2 wide receivers set with Schultz and Yaron out to the right. Ashkenazi's got some time. Man open. And right now it's good. There's a flag on the play. We'll find that in one moment. But as of right now, the pass was complete to Amikai Bergman.
Yeah, a name we haven't called that much, Amikai Bergman, a big part of this team. But we will see how they sort this out. It looks like the Lions are signaling it's good. Of course.
And, yes, the Lions are clapping. Yonah Michon happy about that. And so instead, that's a big break for the Lions. Instead of 22-18, it's 22-20.
Right, because, you saw that first two-point conversion, you knew Itai wasn't running for it. He's not known to take off and just run. It's not one of his favorite things is to get hit. So
there's a penalty against the defense, but that'll be assessed on the kickoff. Another big break for the Lions. We talk about field position, such a huge factor in the game. And the Sabres have to somewhat get it together. They just allow the touchdown, and they can't let things get out of hand.
Right, personal foul, which is interesting. I mean, I did not see that. Now, what's interesting also is that we've noticed that Benjamin Schultz typically kicks the ball out of the end zone. Right,
Yes.
so it's spotted at the 15. Now, we saw this happen the other night where a personal foul moved it back far enough.
Well, they're going to move it up. They're going to move up. What Schultz should try to do is not kick it deep, but kick it within the 5. I know Saul's back there to run, but they're going to have enough time to get to Saul to tackle. We're going to find out what's going to happen in one moment. Schultz does not do that, kicks the ball deep. So penalty doesn't matter. Would have been a touchback anyway. It's a touchback now. And Tel-Aviv Sabres will take it over from the 15-yard line, and it'll be 1st and 10.
Yeah, so nice little gesture there because those guys, Yaron and number 26.
Number 26, Elian Bitan, they have a little good sportsmanship. I don't know what it was about, but
yeah, they looked like they were just fighting hard on that kickoff, and came up and both kind of gave each other the what's up. So
good sportsmanship once in a while occurs in the IFL. We're happy to see it.
No, it occurs more than once in a while. It actually occurs all the time in the IFL. So
sure.
22.
No, actually, it has been getting better, and we do appreciate that as broadcasters of the IFL.
22-20 here.
22-20, and we're hearing Let's Go Defense, the chant from the Lions sideline, and we'll see if the Lions can respond. Aryeh Bauman, Eli Patel out as corners, and they decided to go to the run for the Tel-Aviv Sabres, still up and going. There's a flag down, but the run was made by number 46, Kamudi Kassas. I think it's a face mask penalty, Andy Gershman.
Yeah, it looked like a face mask, and it looked like a as soon as I say good sportsmanship, it looked like a little.
Well, there you go. See, that's what I'm talking about. But Yonah Michon comes out of the field, looks at defense, and says, "We're missing every single bleeping tackle."
Yeah, he's a little fired up there. He's a fundamentals coach, and he is not going to be happy with that.
And we'll see if the Lions respond to that angry outburst by Yonah Michon. It looks like they're putting Abihud out to guard Zanu instead of Nathan. We'll see if that makes a difference. Here comes Kakami with Zanu out to the left, Soul out to the right of the wideouts, and one man in the backfield. And Kakami takes his time. He's looking things over, and here he goes. And instead they go to the run.
They did respond to Coach Michon.
Yes. There are about 5 Lions tackling number 51, Daniel Wasser. Wasser loses a couple, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, he definitely responded. So, hey, maybe he needs to try that a little more often. But generally speaking, that's not the team known as far as these two teams for dropping those kind of words. It's interesting. But 22-20, it's a tight game, which I'm not so sure that 22-20 is not the final score of the game last year here. But I don't think this is going to be one of those games like last week where no one scores in the second half.
I doubt it. Anything's possible, but I doubt it. Here come the Sabres. Saul in motion. Kakami scrambles out. Oh, I've never seen this. The lineman catches it.
He's a lineman, though.
Pass man alignment flag down on the play. And look at this. Wow, there's some anger going on right now. Now, the ball was caught by number 68, Moti Cross, who, again, he's an offensive lineman, so that's illegal. And Kakami looks a little hurt here. He took a good hit.
Yeah, he is coming up lame here, and I believe Zanu is their backup quarterback. I believe.
There are some people really livid for the Sabres, especially right now. Number 98, Ilan Hazam. I'm not sure what.
68 or 98? Because 68 caught it.
Excuse me, that was number 90 below Ali. He is really upset. I'm not sure what that was about. But in any case, Kakami was really chased, kind of tossed the ball sidearm, and the lineman caught it, which, again, is a penalty. So
and lost it down. So now they're sorting it out. I believe what he was upset about is because he went down, and I believe Ilya
still hit him anyway.
Still hit, or Yoni Cooper, I'm sorry.
Yoni Cooper hit him, yes.
But
So we're here right here. Roy Freeman. So Roy Freeman does signal that the lineman caught it. Again, a legal play. And they're going to go to third down. So that is a loss of down
play.
Loss of down play. So they go to third down, and they've got a long way to go, probably about 15 yards. So we'll see what Hakami can muster up. He's got Sol and Zanu as wideouts. They brought out a third wideout. That is number 80, Tall Greenblatt. We know Greenblatt has a lightning-quick speed.
And they're giving Adam Zanu a lot of space.
Yes, they are.
surprised.
Hakami goes to shotgun formation, goes to Greenblatt. Greenblatt drops it. That's incomplete. Punting unit's going to come on for the Tel-Aviv Sabres as it is fourth down. I am pretty sure they're midfield. It would be the right decision. I don't know why they would go for it in this position. It would give the Lions great field position. But
it looks like they are going for it.
I don't understand this decision.
Quarterback out, so
this is a huge gamble. I don't.
Fourth and about 15 to 17.
Yeah, fourth and 15. Well,
Zanu, they gave Zanu, because
Hakami's also their punter, so we're going to find out in one moment if they're going to punt. I believe they're going. There's no punt receivers. Yes, Hakami will punt it. No one is returning for the Lions. They did not send a man back. Finally, Abuhoud runs out. He lets the ball bounce in front of it. It takes a big bounce. Zanu needs to get it before it goes to the end zone. He does, and the ball was taken at the one. We'll find out one moment marking it. There's a lot of yelling going on. Ari Bauman points some fingers at Joseph Glickman.
Yeah, they're not happy because it looked like Bauman was not happy that he took as he said, a side block, and tempers seem to be flaring here.
Well, this is a game that could potentially feature the two teams playing in the title game. So there's a lot of motion on both sides of the field, and they called
Bauman on the.
They call it on Bauman. It's
half the distance to the goal.
Doesn't matter so much because on the 1 yard line they move it half a yard. This is excellent break for the Tel-Aviv Sabres. The Lions are in terrible field position. They are at their own half-yard line, and they're going to have a long way to go to get a touchdown to capture the lead. Here comes Ashkenazi with three wide receivers set to his left. One man in the backfield. Jets defense go. Ball is headed off to the running back, and Lay picks up maybe 3 yards. Excuse me, Danny Brill picks up 3 yards, and it'll be second down.
As strange as it's going to sound, great call there because he got them out. So he got them to breathing room, and he got them to a point where, Itai can actually drop back and maybe go deep on a play.
And
2-minute warning?
2-minute warning. So indicates 2-minute warning right now. Again, the score, the Jerusalem Lions 20, Tel Aviv Sabres 22. And there's 2 minutes left. Of course, in the IFL, they do not take a break. They simply continue on with the play. But there are 2 minutes left here in the first half.
So 2 minutes till the Talk and Save halftime show, Ari. I mean, I'm feeling it.
I'm so excited I just can't hide it. Talk and Save. When you talk, you save. Use Talk and Save. We'll get more to that in the halftime show. Here comes Ashkenazi under center. Lebo in the backfield. 2 wide receivers set. They kick it out to Matan Levy. Levy runs out to the left and is brought down. Tackle made by number 11, Gilad Shalem. And Matan picked up about 2. So it'll be 3rd and 5. Yodeman Sean is really living.
I tell you, I don't think I've ever heard him this vocal during a game.
He's pointing at it, looking at his coach, kind of wondering what's going on. I don't know if he wanted something else on that play, but Matan had not a great run, but again, got him more breathing room.
Right, and there were 3 yards. It looks like 3rd and 3 here, and this would be a huge first down for them to pick up. I think that chant was led by David Sidman, our favorite cheerleader and IFL host.
Is he playing in the game?
He is here, and he hosts, of course, the Buffalo Steakhouse.
He's getting water for the team, or what's going on?
He's cheering.
He's cheering. He's cheerleading. Okay, great. Well, David Sidman, of course, you can hear every Sunday at 6 p.m. Well, not last week, but every other Sunday at 6 p.m. on the IFL show. David Sidman and friends. And that, of course, show is sponsored by Buffalo Steakhouse. When you want a great steak, go to Buffalo Steakhouse. Here's Ashkenazi in the shotgun formation. Schultz and your own receivers to the outside. Ashkenazi goes to Schultz, and Benjamin catches that. He's still on his feet. Missed tackle there. He's finally pushed out. I think he got enough for the first.
And that's why.
What a great run there by Benjamin Schultz.
Right. That's why Schultz is so dangerous. He's got great hands because of his flag football experience. He's used to just catching the ball. They sling the ball a ton in flag football. And so then it was just a matter of taking him down, and a big missed tackle. They had him, remember, at the half-yard line there. So this is a huge break because if nothing else, it creates field position differential, and we're getting ready to close out the half. I think with a little over a minute, Tel Aviv would be not so happy to go into this not winning at half.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. And we hear whistles on the play. Schultz, a little more tempers fly again. Looks like Doug House and Jeremy Sable get into it, and finally cooler heads prevail.
But you know what? That should have been an unsportsmanlike penalty.
It should have been. The referees don't call it. And they call sometimes the referees will let that go to give them a bit of a warning. And they call it a false start on the offense, so it'll be a 5-yard penalty. It's going to be 1st and 15 for the Lions.
But I agree with Mr. Hauser on this play that they've got to call unsportsmanlike on that call. He hit him late. There is no doubt about it. But we will see how this goes. 1:09 to go, and now we're at 1st and 15.
1:09 to go, 22-20, Tel-Aviv Sabres. Ashkenazi in the shotgun formation. Schultz, the man out to the right, Idan out to the left, does a quick little shovel pass to Amichai, and Amichai catches it, and finally is brought down, picked up maybe 3, and tackle made by number 43, Roni Cicerin. So second down for the Jerusalem Lions.
Yeah, they are. I mean, I'm not really sure exactly what's going on here, but Tel Aviv seems very angry.
They do.
It's a little strange on the.
They're usually
a very
pretty poised team.
Exactly, and they look like they're just about to lose it.
Really,
here.
both teams are pretty poised for the most part, but there is some motion in tonight's game. Ashkenazi in the shotgun formation, looking to pass, and ball is incomplete. Pass intended for Benjamin Schultz, and that's going to bring up third down for the Jerusalem Lions.
Third and about 13 here, and kind of a big play here. It looks like just under a minute to go. And we'll have to see if 22 seconds left. So this,
and it's interesting here. Tel Aviv makes a defensive change. They pull out number 28, Eitan Ben David, and bring in Adam Zanu. And Zanu likes to play that rover center field position to try to get the interception to do a little of that corner help.
Timeout.
And timeout.
Probably a good timeout there because, they have one left in case they get that big play. But Yona's going to really try to probably air it out here and see and see
if you could see this, folks, I wish you could. His head is moving up and down like a chicken, and it's almost
who brought in the bobblehead, Michon? I mean, I have never seen him quite like this. And then of course you go to the other side, and John Sharon's just very calm and very poised.
Larry Kisberg in there talking about how Derek Jeter played for the Red Sox, but he won't start because he's the 10th best shortstop in the major leagues.
Wow.
And on defense right now, number 27, Genya Pirlov is out there. Number 43, Roni Cicerin, like I mentioned, had that great tackle. And number 80, Tall Greenblatt. Greenblatt will be covering Yaron. So we'll see if the Lions can do now. 2 wide receivers set out to the right. Tel Aviv looks like fakes blitz. And they're coming for Ashkenazi. Ashkenazi runs out left. He's looking for man deep. Ashkenazi's going real deep for Amichai. Amichai, I think he caught it. We'll see what they rule. To me, it looked like he caught it. Yarn Bashad obviously says that's a catch, and they're calling that a catch as of right now. Flag on the play.
Flag on the play. I don't even know where the flag is all the way deep, so the flag could be pass interference, but
to me, he caught it. It looks like they'll.
Larry Kinsberg on the field. Referees converging again. So it's pass interference, but no talk of the catch. So I guess they're just ruling it wasn't a catch.
The pass to Amichai was not long enough. Ashkenazi kind of kept that ball short, so Amichai had to run in on it. I thought he caught it. They do not rule it a catch, but Lions catch a break on the penalty. Automatic first down here.
Automatic first down, and it's a 10-yard. It's not like in the pros. It's more the college play here on the pass interference where you do not get the pass interference on the spot. And Tel Aviv's lucky for that, so it actually comes out better for them to if you can't block the guy or keep the ball out of his hands, just pass interference.
And it's first and 10 for the Jerusalem Lions from the 30-yard line. Midway field in this league. Ashkenazi in the shotgun formation. And they have no men in the backfield, 2 wide receiver sets. And Ashkenazi is looking for Schultz, but he goes. Pass is going to be intercepted. Flag down right away on the play. But pass was intercepted by number 80, Tal Greenblatt.
Right, Tal Greenblatt. And there is a penalty. I don't know if it was after the catch or what.
We'll find out one moment. But actually, in that case, he looked for Schultz and decided to go to your own. But Greenblatt stepped in and made the interception. And okay, so the Sabres are going to get the ball. Unsportsmanlike conduct against the Lions, but that's not going to obviously take away the interception. Sabres will have the ball. And right now it's 22-20 Tel Aviv Sabres. They're going to have a few chances to try to get one more score.
Not much time left.
Well, we're going to find out in a moment if Tel Aviv will be able to do it.
5.5 seconds. So
5.5 seconds left for Tel Aviv. Looks like they'll have one shot to go deep the end zone. Chakam will probably try the Hail Moshe. I don't know what we call it here in Israel. We don't call it Hail Mary, but
do we call it Omri Moshe?
Omri Moshe, whatever will work. They're going to have one chance to go to the end zone. We'll see what they want to do. Could be a run from Saul. Saul is fast enough to get the 30 yards. They're going to get the ball. Looks like they're spotted at the 28-yard line. So first 10 Tel Aviv Sabres. They're in Lions territory from the 28. Adams, Anu, and Saul out to the right. Joseph Glickman, the wide out to the right. Saul and Adams, Anu out to the left. Hakami is in the shotgun formation. And here he goes. Hakami runs and goes deep. Man open. It's complete. Touchdown, Tel Aviv Sabres. Ball is complete and caught by Pavel Ezrochi.
That is a huge play with 5.5 seconds to go. No, that is not what Coach Michon wanted. That is
He's not even yelling at this point. He's putting his hands like, I can't believe what I saw.
I mean, the secondary, it's completely opposite of the preseason game. The secondary of the Lions get eaten alive. And
what I understand is I don't understand why they did not play a prevent. There were some people rushing over Hakami, chasing him, when really they should have played a prevent and try to stop that big home run ball. But in any case, it works. Pass complete to Pavel Ezrochi. Touchdown. 0.1 second. So looks like there'll be a kickoff. I imagine the Sabres will simply squid kick it, but we'll find out in a moment. And we're going to have a timeout on the 2-point conversion.
Interesting call on the timeout.
I guess you have the timeout. They do not carry over to the second half, so want to make sure they get this 2-point conversion right.
Yeah, and it looks like defensive coordinator for the Lions is coming in to kind of give them some words of advice. Saeed Abulafia comes
This is
out.
a huge 2-point conversion, by the way. I'll tell you why, because if they don't make it, it's an 8-point ball game, one score, of course.
Exactly.
If they make it, it's 10 points. That's 2 scores. So the Lions are going to have to dig in deep and stop them on this 2-point conversion, or they're going to have a tough road in the second half.
Right, and you have to think that Bauman penalty, that unsportsmanlike game, the extra 10 yards there at the end of the interception, that could have played big there.
These penalties are huge in the IFL. Now, interesting setup for the Tel Aviv Sabres. They have 4 wide receivers, 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Sadu and Epstein out to the left. And Hakami's in the shotgun formation. Hakami goes real quick, and it's complete to Saul. 2-point conversion is good. That means a 10-point lead for the Tel Aviv Sabres with 0.1 seconds left here in the first half. Tel Aviv Sabres take a lead of 28-18.
So we are 0.1 second away.
The talk and save halftime show.
That's right. We will take a commercial break after the play has ended, and then we will come back with the talk and save halftime show. And I'll squib kick, or
I think a smart move to be a squib kick. You cannot give them a chance here. Well, actually, I'll tell you what. If time, I don't know, they could go deep. What would you do?
I'll tell you what I'd do. I would stick Ilya, if I was the Lions, stick Ilya back to, and say I'd bring Benjamin Schultz up front
Yeah, I agree with that.
And try to deter,
But in this case,
now,
they're putting Schultz and Ilya
now
in the
if
back.
he squibs it out of bounds again.
We'll find out one moment. They don't do a squib kick. They do a long
they
kick.
shouldn't touch it.
And Schultz is going to catch it in the end zone.
No,
and
he
Schultz
caught
needs to
the ball.
Run.
Why is
What is going on here? I am so confused. I don't understand what happened.
I believe it's Roy Freeman's fault.
What,
he was signaling the
that should have not been a
that
touchback.
should
He
not
caught
have
it.
been
The ball did
He
not touch
caught
in the
it,
end zone.
and the
Schultz
buzzer went off, and he waved his hand.
Schultz had an opportunity to run that back, and looks like a bad call there. But we go to halftime, folks. We have the Talk and Save halftime show.
That's right, and we will be back right after this commercial break, and we will kind of give you the halftime what's going on and fill you in on all the IFL action. We'll be back right after this.
Broadcasting live from Israel.
IsraelSportsRadio.com.
Looking for great food, great atmosphere, and great sports all under one roof? Then come on down to Agove Sports Bar. Whether it's sitting back, relaxing, enjoying food and drink with your friends from Agove's kosher menu, or getting into the action by watching the biggest games in sports on one of Agove's 742-inch plasma TVs, Agove has something for everyone. So come on down to Agove Sports Bar, located on 5 Solomon Street in downtown Jerusalem, and plan your next event at Agove.
Idreshet Devora, a Dati Leumi post-high school program which educates minds and broadens horizons. Located in Baca, the lovely Jerusalem neighborhood provides an excellent background and setting for a tremendous education. Our students learn, love, and feel the land of Israel and get tools which will last them a lifetime. Generous scholarships are available. Please contact us at idreshetdevora.org. Call us from Israel at 052-534-6260 or from North America at 718-593-4162. Be Idreshet Devora. We're the program you've been waiting for.
Wait a minute, what are you off to, Shmuel?
I'm taking off.
Where you going?
Off the beaten track. Wanna come?
When?
Every Thursday, 4 p.m. on Israel Sports Radio.
Are you looking for that kitchen you've always dreamed of? Call Mishan Contractors at 052-240-3557. For all your remodeling needs, whether you want to change one room or an entire house, Mishan Contractors is the answer. Mention this ad for 10% off your next project. Call Mishan Contractors at 052-240-3557.
Hey, this is Jeremy Laws.
Tune in to The Last Word with me every Monday from 8 till 10 p.m.
Puts it up. A one-handed grab. Absolutely amazing. Oh! What the grab! Folks, you can watch football a long, long time before you see another play like that. Spectacular play! This is as good a catch as you'll ever see.
Israel Sports Radio, your radio home of the Kraft Family IFL. Catch all the big plays and hard-hitting action right here on Israel Sports Radio. The IFL on ISR, live on Thursday nights from now through February. For more information, visit www.ifl.co.il.
HomeForATrip.com. What is HomeForATrip.com? HomeForATrip.com is the leading directory for holiday rentals in Israel, with a portfolio of luxury apartments verified by us and account managers who speak your language. HomeForATrip.com. Apartments are choice locations in most vibrant neighborhoods of the city. Your luxury vacation home awaits you in Tel Aviv on the Mediterranean Sea or in Jerusalem in the Holy City. Come home and relax in Israel. Start planning your Israel vacation in one of our special apartments. Go to our website and see availability in Tel Aviv and Jerusalem. HomeForATrip.com.
To begin planning your vacation, call 972-50680-6577. That's 972-50680-6577.
Broadcasting live from Jerusalem, IsraelSportsRadio.com.
All right, and we are back with the Talk and Save halftime show. Talk and Save. If you talk, you can save. Go on our website and click on the Talk and Save banner on the side of our website there. You can get an international number. You can get a virtual U.S. number. You can get a U.K. number, Canadian phone number. You can also save on all your cellular phone needs here in Israel, whether you're a new Olim, whether you are here as a student, a visitor. Talk and Save is there for you. 100,000 phones since 1999. Talk and Save has people speaking your language, Ari Lewis. That would be English, because I've heard you speak Hebrew.
Yeah, my Hebrew is excellent, but my English is better. And when I do business, I want to deal in English. I'm sure you do too. That's why you're listening to this broadcast. Talk and Save, they helped us set up our Israel line, our UK line, our American line. So if you want to talk and save, contact Talk and Save. When you talk, you save.
There you go. Drop the S for savings.
For savings.
Mention Israel Sports Radio and receive $10 off your first. Not 10 shekels. $10 off.
That's a lot of money. It's 40
contract.
shekels. So
just about 3.36.
Buy a shawarma and a Coke, and
exactly.
So it's good stuff.
All right, so here we go on the halftime show here. Is anyone going to stop anybody in this game?
Well, it's going to come down to who can get that final stop at the end of the game, because it's kind of a back-and-forth shootout. But something to notice early is that the star receiver for the Lions has not been Idan Yaron. It's been Benjamin Schultz. The backup quarterback for the Lions has been playing great, and the star wide receiver for Tel-Aviv Sabres, arguably their best player, Adam Zanu. Zanu has been taking the ball deep, taking the top off the defense, and he's certainly a threat. The Lions are going to have to stop. I think they're going to have to double-team Zanu to have a real chance to stop him.
Yeah, I think you're right there. Play some sort of zone coverage. Something has got to give there. They are killing them in the secondary. I also think that one thing that's going to be interesting to see is emotions and how emotions are going to stay in check here for the rest of this game. As we saw, Aryeh Bauman's penalty there at the end of the first half really, I believe, cost them. They gave extra 10 yards tacked onto the end. But we've been seeing this line have quite a few, there's been some pushing and shoving, some finger pointing by Mr. Hauser, and we're going to have to see how the emotional response is by this team. We're going to take one more commercial break. We'll come back with the second half. It looks like the teams are kind of breaking up here, and going to kick off here shortly. So we will take a break and come back right after these messages.
Broadcasting live from Israel.
IsraelSportsRadio.com.
Looking for great food, great atmosphere, and great sports all under one roof? And come on down to Agove Sports Bar. Whether it's sitting back, relaxing, and enjoying food and drink with your friends from Agove's kosher menu, or getting into the action by watching the biggest games in sports on one of Agove's 742-inch plasma TVs, Agove has something for everyone. So come on down to Agove Sports Bar, located on 5 Solomon Street in downtown Jerusalem, and plan your next event at Agove.
Midreshet Devora, a Dati Lumi post-high school program which educates minds and broadens horizons. Located in Baca, the lovely Jerusalem neighborhood provides an excellent background and setting for a tremendous education. Our students learn, love, and feel the land of Israel and get tools which will last them a lifetime. Generous scholarships are available. Please contact us at midreshetdevora.org. Call us from Israel at 052-534-6260 or from North America at 718-593-4162. Midreshet Devora, we're the program you've been waiting for.
Wait a minute, where are you off to, Shmuel?
I'm taking off.
Where are you going?
Off the beaten track. Want to come?
When?
Every Thursday, 4 p.m. on Israel Sports Radio.
Are you looking for that kitchen you've always dreamed of? Call Mishon Contractors at 052-240-3557. For all your remodeling needs, whether you want to change one room or an entire house, Mishon Contractors is the answer. Mention this ad for 10% off your next project. Call Mishon Contractors at 052-240-3557.
Hey, this is Jeremy Lost.
Tune in to the last word with me every Monday from 8 till 10 p.m. Puts it up. A one-handed grab. Absolutely amazing. Oh, what the grab! Folks, you can watch football a long time before you see another play like that. Spectacular play! This is it.
Israel Sports Radio, your radio home of the Kraft Family IFL. Catch all the big plays and hard-hitting action right here on Israel Sports Radio, the IFL on ISR. live on Thursday nights from now through February. For more information, visit www.ifl.co.il.
HomeForTrip.com. What is HomeForTrip.com? HomeForTrip.com is the leading directory for holiday rentals in Israel, with a portfolio of luxury apartments verified by us and account managers who speak your language. HomeForTrip.com. Apartments are choice locations in most vibrant neighborhoods of the city. Your luxury vacation home awaits you in Tel Aviv on the Mediterranean Sea, or in Jerusalem in the Holy City. Come home and relax in Israel. Start planning your Israel vacation in one of our special apartments. Go to our website and see availability in Tel Aviv and Jerusalem. HomeForTrip.com.
To begin planning your vacation, call 972-50-680-6577. That's 972-50-680-6577.
Broadcasting live from Jerusalem, IsraelSportsRadio.com. You're tuned in to the only all-sports talk network in the Middle East, IsraelSportsRadio.com.
For all your plumbing needs, call me Sean Plumbing at 052-240-3557. Sean Plumbing can take care of boilers, radiators, blockages, burst pipes, and all your general plumbing needs. Mention this ad when you call me Sean Plumbing and receive 10% off your service call.
All right, and that wraps up the Talk and Save halftime show. When you talk, you save. Click on Talk and Save and start saving today with Talk and Save. We're about to kick off the second half. The Tel-Aviv Sabres kicking off to the Lions. As we look at it, the Lions will be going left to right, Sabres right to left. They are leading. The Sabres are 30-20. And let's see how Big Blue responds here coming right
I think it's 28-18, actually, but 30-20? We'll check the score in one moment. But here comes Casas. Long, high, booming kick in the end zone. Elia will take it out and return it. And Elia cuts out to the right. He's got a little room. He's got one man to beat. I think he just beat him. And that's in. Touchdown, Jerusalem Lions. Big break there. Elliot Patel runs the ball back 61 yards for the touchdown.
And that takes the score to 30-26, Ari Lewis. And, wow, that is one way to start the second half. I'm telling you, I don't know how Yona Michon kind of designed that, but he is a genius, I tell you.
Yeah, but we're not going to say that too loud. We don't want to increase the ego. But
right, absolutely not. 30-26, though. And, look, these two-point conversions, like how many times do we have to say it? This is a big, big play here.
Elia broke that big speed, and that's why, again, these kickoffs and special teams are huge. Generally, Casas kicks the ball out of the end zone where it's not returnable. It's the automatic touchback. But he kicked it a few yards short. Elia was able to return it in the end zone. And then, of course, the 61-yard touchdown return.
That's right. So, nice play there. And 30-26. And
here comes two-point conversion, and it's good. Itai Ashkenazi hits the dime row to the corner of the end zone. And our score, just the beginning of the second half, the Tel Aviv Sabres 30 and the Jerusalem Lions 28.
That's right. And now we'll get to see how Tel Aviv responds as the kickoff is pending. Okay, and we are coming back here, and we have a kickoff. We'll see how the Sabres are going to react here.
All right, returning for the Sabres will be number 5, Saul, and number 48, as I have a hard time saying his name. Ezrochi. Yes, well, it certainly doesn't help, but it's not listed on this sheet. So, generally, it is not on this sheet, I promise you. No, it's not. Take a look. All right, so okay, so he changed his number to 48, and we have him on number 32. Pablo Ezrochi is on here. And here come the Lions. Benjamin Schultz kicks the ball to, speaking of the devil,
Pablo
Ezrochi. Pablo Ezrochi cuts out right, cuts out left, and it's good. Pavel has a good run for about 15 yards. It'll be 1st and 10, Tel-Aviv Sabres.
That's right, 1st and 10. And, so now the Lions come out full of emotion, and let's see if they've made any adjustments on Zanu. That's going to be, I think, the key to the second half here is what they're going to do in the secondary.
Okay, and like I mentioned, that my personal policy, if I was the Jerusalem Lions, would be to double team Zanu, because he is eating up that coverage for the Jerusalem Lions secondary. And on defense for the Jerusalem Lions will be number 52, Ben Lemberg, number 8, Avio Moore, and number 11, Oren Nathan. Nathan is the one defending Zanu right now. We'll see if they change that. Yoni Cooper and Eli Patel back in defense. And Kagabi throws a little quick pass slant out in the flat to Saul. Saul breaks the tackle. He's going to run to the end zone, and it's good. Touchdown, Tel-Aviv Sabres.
Wow, what a way to respond, because that was just a missed tackle, but there is some laundry on the field over here.
There is a flag on the play. We'll see if it comes back. Yonah Michon is pointing that everyone's coming back. Look at him wave, everybody. He's waving everyone to come back. But in any case, a flag or no flag, these Jerusalem Lion defenders are going to have to cut off that line. Saul has been working that line all night long.
And it looks like they picked the flag up, waved it off.
Touchdown is good.
Touchdown on the play.
So that was an inverted flag. And
28.
Yes, so it'll be 36-28. Again, huge two-point conversion on the way. You've got to stop these two-point conversions to make this a one-possession game. If these teams are going to keep trading touchdowns, the Lions will have to score the last touchdown at the end of regulation to tie it, and that means they're going to have to stop a two-point conversion at some point.
And let's see, because they lined up last time on two-point conversion with 4 wide receivers.
Right, Kagami's with a shotgun, and they're going to do that again. So Adam Zanu is all the way out to the left, and Greenblatt and Saul are out to the right. Kagami's the shotgun, moves out right. He goes quick, and it's complete to Greenblatt. Two-point conversion is good. The Sabres take the 10-point lead. And our score right now, just starting the second half, we really have, even though it's been 2 touchdowns, but the Tel Aviv Sabres take a 38-28 lead.
And we are going to come right back right after these messages.
For all your plumbing needs, call me Sean Plumbing at 052-240-3557. Sean Plumbing can take care of boilers, radiators, blockages, burst pipes, and all your general plumbing needs. Mention this ad when you call me Sean Plumbing and receive 10% off your service call.
All right, and we are back, and the two teams have exchanged touchdowns here early in the second half, so it's 38-28. It's the 10-point deficit for the Lions, and they will take it. They have not actually played a down for offensive down because they ran back the opening second half kickoff.
Yes, Elia Patel, of course, ran the kickoff last time. We'll see if Casas is going to kick it his way in one moment. Here comes Casas. High booming kick. Elia's going to try to track it down. He does. Catch in the end zone again. He'll run out to the right and breaks the tackle. Here he goes again. He one man to beat. Still on and finally brought down. Great run by Elia. Absolutely amazing. Tackle made by number 30, Orion Cohen. Orion saved a touchdown there.
I wonder when the last time someone ran back-to-back kickoffs was, Ari.
Well, Ofri Becker, if you're listening, please text us and tell us the answer, because Ofri knows.
You think so?
I'm pretty sure Ofri Becker knows that answer. But in the meantime,
so
the Jerusalem Lions have great field position. Again, 1st and 10. They're going to spot the ball at the 21-yard line in Tel Aviv territory. Ashkenazi and his men are going to come out there and try to get a punch back of their own. They just been hit recently. And we'll see how they're going to respond. Down 10 points, 38-28. So like we mentioned, folks, this is a shootout, and we're certainly enjoying it. Hope you enjoyed it as well. Ashkenazi comes out. Lee Boyle, Matan Levy, 2 backs in the backfield. Yaron the wideout to the left. They run a reverse. Levy heads it back to Yaron. Yaron's out to the outside. Plenty of room. And is finally pushed out of bounds. And he picked up about 13. It'll be 1st and goal, Jerusalem Lions.
I'm not sure we've seen the Lions run a reverse since Hanan Stern was their coach last year. That is not usually in their repertoire. But, you know, in a game of open pursuit, that's a great call. And 1st and goal, it looks like, from about the 6-yard line.
Tackle made by number 10, Yaniv Yaron, and he saved a touchdown there. Yaron was running full steam ahead, had that outside all to himself. And was finally brought down at the 6-yard line. So here come the Jerusalem Lions, first and goal from the 6. Ashkenazi has Leiboil and Matan Levi in the backfield. And goes to Labe. Labe powers through, and it's good. And it's good for the touchdown.
Sorry about that, because I was shaking my head like, wow. I mean, that was a great run for Labe. I mean, he
Labe usually picks up 3 or 4 yards, right. And he was able to get 6 there. And 2-point conversion pending. And as of right now, the score is 38-34. We'll see if they can cut it to 2 in one moment. So these offenses are certainly high-powered and trading blows back and forth. And instead of going out to one of the receivers, to Yaron or to Benjamin Schultz, they go to the running game. And on that touchdown play, here comes Ashkenazi in the 2-way conversion. Yaron out to the left, Leiboil and Matan Levi in the backfield. And Ashkenazi keeps it, and he hits. He's looking for Amichai, but goes to Yaron right at the end. And looks like it's good. 2-way conversion is good.
And
man down. We'll find
hit.
out. Ashkenazi is down.
Ashkenazi was hit hard.
He was hit hard.
Play. Hit very hard at the end of that play.
You know, it was kind of a broken play. Ashkenazi wanted Bergman, but he couldn't reach him covered very well, and he's hit Yaron right at the last second before he was hit. Yaron makes the catch. Big 2-point conversion as the Jerusalem Lions right now are down 36-38. 2-point deficit. And like I mentioned, these 2-point conversions are going to add up. It could be who's going to get more 2-point conversions that will decide the ball game. But right now, Tel-Aviv Sabres are set to kick off.
And I'm just going to go on a limb with Gavi Ashkenazi here. You know, another hit like that on Itai, somebody might be doing Miloim forever. Because let me tell you, that was a shot. And so now here we go with 2-point difference. And let's see, can anyone stop anyone tonight?
Well, we'll see. Well, find out shortly as they're getting their kickoff team set. Interesting, Yaron is on the kickoff team. So is Leiboil. And, of course, Benjamin Schultz does most of the kicking. Matan Levi out also on the kicking team for the Lions. Here comes Schultz and kicks straight away. Not a high booming kick, but it goes to the end zone. Saul's going to return it back in his end zone, and he cuts right, and he goes almost past a couple defenders. Tackle made by Leiboil, and the Tel-Aviv Sabres will take over 1st and 10 from their own 20.
And we're going to take a quick time out here because we
need to catch our breath.
Having time to do that.
SendASafer.com. Send a safer or a book to someone in Israel. Send a safer for a wedding or bar mitzvah present. Send a safer to a yeshiva student studying in Israel for the year. Order a safer for yourself. Free delivery in Jerusalem. Click on the SendASafer.com ad on the Israel Sports Radio homepage and send a safer or book to someone right now. SendASafer.com.
And we are back here, and Tel Aviv will take over. And let's see how we go here. It's 2-point difference.
Look, someone jumped. We see a flag. And fumble on the play. Elliot Patel recovers it. He runs out and is finally brought down. So the flag is against the Sabres. The Lions will recover this ball. We're going to find out in one moment who is against who jumped.
We'll have to see if it's defense
and
or offense.
Yonah Machon is really getting with Roy Freeman. I'm not sure what that is exactly about right now. Roy Freeman is coming out. He's going to discuss over the referees. This is going to be a big call. It's against the defense. So fumble's going to come back. Oh, man, we hear all kinds of yelling. It's quite humorous. It's cute, really. But it's a 5-yard penalty for the Lions as Dog runs out to the field. Somebody's dog,
right. You know,
and he runs back
you
in.
Just see a little bit of
First and 5 for the Tel-Aviv Sabres. They're going to take it over the 25-yard line. And the dog runs all the way across to Tel Aviv sideline. They'll try to catch this dog back before he runs, and he's back on the field. I feel like old school announcers, like in a Major League Baseball game, talking about a dog running out to the field.
You know, we're so used to seeing the streetcar.
Right. It's rare to see an animal in an IFL game, but it happened. So, 1st and 5 for the Tel Aviv Sabres, and Zanu out and wide out is running in motion.
The commissioner is looking very happy about that dog situation.
Well, we know he loves animals, but he doesn't love animals running on games. Okay.
Go for the Cali.
All right, here comes Saul. Gets hand up there. Wow, dangerous hit. He runs to the scoreboard. Looks like Saul's okay, but he had a hot right over a couple things to avoid some injury, but he just about picked up the first. I think he's about a half yard short And it'll be second down about a half yard for the Sabres. On the defense for the Jerusalem Lions, number 99, Yoni Cooper, and number 8, Avia Moore, Eli Patel, Ari Bauman playing defensive end in the back. And, of course, Mr. Nathan will be guarding Adam Zanu. See how they're going to match up there. Kakami has 2 men in the backfield. Joseph Glitman's back there as well. And he goes quick to Zanu on a quick slant. Zanu is not able to hold on, and the ball is incomplete. It'll be third and about a half yard for Tel-Aviv Sabres.
Yeah, that was a quick slant there, a play that reminded me of kind of an Evan Resheff play from last year. We haven't mentioned Evan all game. So
he's dreamy, but he is in Michigan right now. Where is he right now?
I don't know, but I think he's in Oklahoma in medical school. Let's go with Oklahoma.
He's not in Michigan?
No, he's not from Michigan, Ari.
No, in Michigan. I mean, at the university.
No, he went to University of Michigan, but he's in medical school now. I believe in Oklahoma.
Well, we hope Evan is enjoying his time there. He is dreaming. Here's Kakami, and he's going to hand the ball off to the right. And this is going to be a touchdown, Tel-Aviv Sabres, as Casas runs in for the touchdown. And Nathan puts his hands on his helmet, wondering if the Lions are going to get a stop at some point, because the Tel-Aviv Sabres is running all over them to the sideline. They just cannot stop that sideline. And Yonah Bashan is actually walking out to the field. He's talking to Elliot Patel. They're going to have to get a stop of this two-point conversion right now and make this a one-possession game. At some point, a two-point conversion is going to have to be stopped for the Lions.
I don't, Yonah, he is frustrated. They cannot stop. But on the other side, Tel Aviv's not stopping anybody either. The difference is the two-point conversions. And it's funny because we talked about that on the very first one, and it is certainly haunting them, but they need to stop one of these somewhere. They stopped one to get to the 10 instead of 12, so let's see what happens here.
Right now it's 44-36, and Kakami has 4 wideouts and hits the man complete. Good. Two-point conversion is good. That pass was caught by number 66, Ehud Udi Epstein.
And that was a great pass there. He just fired the ball right in, and we're back to 10 points.
46-36.
And I'd say within another minute we'll be back to 4 points. So
that's the way it feels right now, going back and forth. And there is 5 minutes and 1 second left here in the third quarter. 46-36 Tel-Aviv Sabres. And for the Lions, they're going to have to regroup again, dig deep again, and figure a way to get a touchdown. And when it comes to defense, at some point they have got to get a stop, at least on the 2-point. Because my thinking is at this point, if it's going to go back and forth, and no defense will stop other defense touchdown-wise, the Lions will have a chance to tie the game at the end of regulation if they get a stop on the 2-point conversion.
Right. Now, all right, we've laughed about both teams and their inability to stop someone. What can they do? I mean, is it just tackling that you see? I just think it's just these guys are breaking containment, and the big plays are killing.
Especially out to the lines, to the outside. And Casas hits not a high booming kick, but the ball bounces into being Schultz. Schultz picks up the ball, dodges a couple tackles. Here comes Schultz, and they're going to do it again. Touchdown, Jerusalem Lions. Another run back. This time it's Benjamin Schultz.
You have got to be kidding me. I mean, I joked that we'd have to wait a minute for the touchdown, and we had to wait 8 seconds for a touchdown. That is unbelievable. This game is going unbelievably fast and backwards. And I just said it's the big play. It looks like that they are screaming on the Tel Aviv sideline for a hold or a pull of the shirt. But you know what? There's no replay, and you couldn't even challenge that anyway. So it's time to move on, boys. And
John Sharon picked up his shirt
as to pull on it, like to say he was being grabbed by the shirt. But, I mean, there's missed calls all over the place. I mean, Benjamin Schultz could have argued at the end of the first half that, there's all kinds of plays. You just got to suck it up, stay focused, and go. They're scoring at will.
And, like we mentioned, both these teams are generally composed, and they're letting the refs get to them a little bit and letting each other get to them as well. As there's
nobody lined up on the left here.
No one lined up the left. 3 wideouts to Ashkenazi's right. Ashkenazi's tackled. A sack. It looks like a late hit.
Jumped on top. I'm telling you, they have got to stop this late hits here.
Sack was made by number 26, Elian Bitan, but then I thought a late hit by number 43, Roni Cicerin.
How there was no flag.
Ashkenazi's still down.
He is still down.
Shauna Spahn runs out there to give them some medical attention along with Yitz Fink. Everyone's going to take a knee as the
I'm
Lions
telling
QB
you,
is down
we
right
are
now.
not used to seeing cheap shots, but I'm telling you that was a cheap shot by this team. He was down, he was covered, and another guy came in late and just nailed him. That comes after he was nailed on the last 2-point conversion. So here we go. We've seen the Lions win without him before. But let's see what happens. He is up on his feet, and he's out, and it looks like Gavi is assigning Milloin duty as we speak.
We are kidding, of course, but, I'll tell you, just for legal ramifications, but Yonah Mashad, he went all the way over to talk to John Sharon, so I don't think he was too happy with that hit, and he let him know about it, and they kind of have a frank discussion, and Yonah goes back to his own sideline, but the 2-point conversion is no good. So right now, Tel-Aviv Sabres have a score of 46, Jerusalem Lions 42.
And I'm telling you, I don't know. I mean, Yonah has made a point before to tell us they will win, and they will win clean. So you know he is not happy by this. And generally speaking, the Sabres are a very clean team. I think, like you had just said, that both teams have seemed to have lost their composure a bit. And I think that's exactly what's happened.
Certainly a playoff-type atmosphere here in Tel Aviv. The crowd is raucous.
Right, and these teams only play each other once. So,
in the regular season, and the crowd is full to capacity here in the stands. So hundreds of people here out for the game. Benjamin Schultz on the kick, high booming kick, and this is run back by our main friend Pavel Izroki. Izroki runs out to about the 15. It'll be 1st and 10 Tel Aviv Sabres.
All right, nice solid hit by number 81.
Number 81 for the Lions. That, of course, is Rafi Grabin. We haven't called his name at tonight's telecast, but he's able to get the hit there on the kickoff.
Right, and that was just a solid line-me-up hit.
Up for the defense for the Jerusalem Lions be number 99, Yoni Cooper, number 8, Abigail Moore. Elliot Patel is out there along with Arya Bauman. And we'll see if they can stop this high-powered Tel Aviv offense. And Garden Zanu will be number 11, Oren Nathan. Up front for the Tel Aviv Sabres is going to be number 98, Ilian Hazan, and number 68, Moti Cross. Also, of course, number 66, Ehud Epstein. That's a little everything on this team for Tel Aviv. Here comes Hakami, hands the ball off to Saul. Saul runs and is finally brought down. Saul's been getting a lot of great runs throughout this game, but that time got about 2. It'll be 2nd and 8, Tel Aviv Sabres.
Yeah, look, Saul has been the star of this game. Saul and Zanu.
Saul and Zanu have both been great. Saul on the running end, of course, Zanu receiving-wise. But at that time, the Jerusalem Lions were able to make a tackle. Yonah Mashad asked for a tackle before. A tackle was made by number 10, Avi Abasov, to stop Saul in his tracks. And we hear a chant of "Let's go defense" from the Lions sideline. Yonah Mashad runs out.
David Simmons doing a great job there with the cheerleading.
City should be proud of himself because cheerleading is a big part of it. Now,
was there a timeout called?
I guess the timeout was called because Yonah Mashad runs out there. We did not hear that, folks, so we apologize about that. And it looks like John Sharon will go over to his squad and talk over with them as well. And
yeah, I don't know exactly who called the timeout.
I'm not even sure what timeout was called. Yonah Mashad might have just ran out to the huddle, and Commissioner Earl Stern runs out to the sideline. He's talking things over with some people as they're trying to get everything set. Right now our score is 46-42 here in the third quarter.
Yeah, and, it looks like 46-42, correct?
46-42, 5 minutes and 28 seconds left in the third quarter.
The Tel Aviv coaches come off the field. They are ready to set here. We are at...
We're about ready to go.
2nd down and about 6.
2nd and 6 for the Tel Aviv Sabres on that run from Saul. Zanu out, wide out, Joseph Glickman, a tall greenback. The wide outs to the left for Kakami. And he's got one man in the backfield. Goes in a shotgun formation on 2nd and 6. Greenback runs in motion, and they're going to hand this ball off. Flag down already. We'll find out in one moment.
I think it could have been more jumping again. I'm not really sure there, but somebody definitely jumped on it was. Let's see what they call here.
We're going to see what they call, and as offsides is against defense, number 8 Moore actually runs out to the sideline and it gets a little of an earful from Yonah Mashad.
Yeah, it's like a 2nd or 3rd defensive offside. So
we'll see. And In for more is number 66, Lapidot. So we'll see how the defense changes with that substitution. Kakami here in a shotgun formation. Same set. Greenblatt is out to the right. But instead they're going to hand this ball off to number 48, Pablo Zrochi. As Zrochi maybe picked up about 2 yards. That'll be third down.
Yeah, that was picked up very well by Cooper and by Bauman. They closed fast on that. They took a swat at it in the backfield, but they weren't fooling anyone on that play. I don't know why they would go to something kind of not really a trick play, but something like that when they have been lighting it up on the outside deep. I'd go for Zanu again and just really put the dagger in.
So we're being told it's a first down. I don't know how that's possible, but it is. Okay, 1st and 10 for the Tel-Aviv Sabres, and we're here in timeout.
Yeah, I don't know exactly how that's a first down, but apparently it is.
So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line.
And we're going to take a quick timeout ourselves here, Ari. It looks like they're trying to sort that out.
But our score right now, the Tel-Aviv Sabres 46, the Jerusalem Lions 42, with 4 minutes and 39 seconds left in the third quarter.
Looking for great food, great atmosphere, and great sports all under one roof? And come on down to Agove Sports Bar. Whether it's sitting back, relaxing, and enjoying food and drink with your friends from Agove's kosher menu, or getting into the action by watching the biggest games in sports on one of Agove's 742-inch plasma TVs, Agove has something for everyone. So come on down to Agove Sports Bar, located on 5 Solomon Street in downtown Jerusalem. And plan your next event.
All right, welcome back. It looks like they got everything sorted out. And Tel Aviv at 1st and 10. Here we go.
1st and 10 for the 25. Abahu Green will be guarding Adam Zanu, and he's looking to go Zanu deep. The ball's there, and it's complete. And he'll have a touchdown. Adam Zanu. Abahu just puts his hands on his helmet and can't believe what happened there. Another touchdown for Adam.
And like I said, there is a
right now, man down the field. Kakami is down right now as the Medics attend to him.
And, I said that they should just go deep. And
they cannot stop that play right now. They're exposing those corners. When you see that ball in the air, you're thinking, how is Adam going to run under this and catch it? But he's had some great catches all night long, and right now is the player of the game. But right now the concern is the quarterback for the Tel-Aviv Sabres as he is down, and he's still down right now, trying to kind of catch his breath. He took a good shot there from the Jerusalem Lions defense.
Is that what I really missed? I did not see what happened, who hit him.
I was unable to see who hit him, but he did take a pretty big lick. He was able to get the ball right before he got tackled, and he is up as both sides clap for that. He needs some assists to get out the help, so that could be a factor in the rest of the game. It
could be a factor, especially because I always thought that Zanu was the backup quarterback. Now,
right.
If Zanu is the backup quarterback, it takes him out of his receiver's role.
Right.
It looks like number 28. Is number 28 coming in as the quarterback now?
The 28 for the Tel Aviv Sabres is Eitan Ben David. So he'll be on this 2-point conversion as the QB. We're going to see how they respond.
It looks like number 17. I'm sorry.
Okay,
Ari.
so number 17 is not listed on the sheet. So Gio Nana, we've been told. And he hands the ball off the middle. 2-point conversion is no good. The handoff was to number 28, Eitan Ben David. And we'll see how that's going to tell for the Tel Aviv Sabres.
Right.
But our score right now, the Tel Aviv Sabres 52 and the Jerusalem Lions 42.
Right. So that is a 2-point. Is it 52? I'm sorry.
50. I apologize.
Right,
50,
because
50,
now
42.
they bring it back to the 8 points. Which
so
is
ironically, the Lions finally stopped them the 2-point conversion with the Tel Aviv Sabres starting quarterback out of the game. But in any case, they get the stop. So now it's an 8-point ball game.
Right, and one score away from tying this thing up. And we know these scores have come quickly. So
already we have 2 kickoff returns, 4 touchdowns in this half. One by Eli Patel, one by Benjamin Schultz. So anything can happen here on this kickoff. And
let's see what they try here, because last time they tried to squib it, and Benjamin Schultz still ended up with the ball because he just fielded it as a ground ball.
Here comes Casas, kicks a high booming kick, and this is not going to be returnable.
That's going to be the way they're going to need to do it.
Yes. They're going to have to rely on Casas's legs to kick it out of the end zone. It does happen there. The Lions will take the ball over from their own 15, and it'll be 1st and 10.
Right, so this is exactly what they need to do in order to get the ball field position-wise, because obviously, like you said, Ilya and Benjamin Schultz were just unbelievable on running the ball back. So, all right, also, let's see who is playing quarterback here.
Because Itai, again, took a huge shot as well, and looks like right now he is not in this game. So Itai Ashkenazi is taking a break to recover from those vicious hits he received on the 2-point conversion.
And it looks like Benjamin Schultz is going to be the
backup QB, because Schultz is generally the number 2. Right now he is in the game as a starter. And Benjamin Schultz takes a shotgun formation with Yaron in a run in motion, but Schultz keeps it himself, dances and spins, and he may have picked it up for the first, got at least 9 there. Great run. It is enough for a first.
And that's what you're going to see out of Benjamin Schultz. He's going to do it with his legs. Now, are you curious at all to why they didn't put Bauman in as the quarterback?
Well, we know from the first game of the season against the Rebels that Schultz was more the runner, Bauman more the passer, and I guess they want to go to a bit of a run. Maybe they're thinking to milk some of that clock and keep Tel Aviv's offense off the field. I'm not exactly sure why. Might have to find out from Coach Yonah Michon later on. But in any case, here comes Schultz back after that 10-yard run for the first. Yaron out to the right as a wideout. And Schultz goes deep. Man is open, but it's incomplete. And that pass was intended for number 81, Rafi Grabin.
Right, and, he did a good job, as we heard Mr. Hauser yelling to him, way to get rid of it. And that was the important thing. They didn't take a huge loss. So, we shall see here. It looks like Itai is up on his feet on the sideline, but that was a tough hit he took. So it's
as of right now, both starting QBs are out on the sideline. We're not sure if Kakambi will come back on the next series.
It's interesting to see both QBs out with no penalty flags on either play.
Right, that is true. The defense has got away from one there. Here's Schultz in the shotgun, fakes the handout to Yaron, and runs out to his left. Schultz will keep it himself. He busts through a couple of tackles and is finally brought down
I tell you,
at the 15-yard line. Great run by Benjamin Schultz.
It is amazing how hard he is to take down. And I mean, I know we have a lot of guys out there that play flag football, and that's where he comes from, the flag football background. But, I mean, he does not go down easy at all, and he is fast. So
tackle finally made by number 80, Tall Greenblatt's able to push Schultz out of bounds. And Schultz, just like Saul, loves the outside sideline.
Right.
He loves to just ride that sideline and get as many yards as he can before he's finally pushed out of bounds.
For the Sabres, it really changes the defense a lot because they're used to a drop-back passer. I mean, Itai does not scramble or move at all. I mean, and here Schultz is all over the place.
And this time Schultz does not run it himself, but he hands the ball off to Lay Boyle, and Lay picks up about 3. It'll be 2nd and 7, Jerusalem Lions.
Yeah, a little quick move there, and just to kind of mix it up a bit, pull your own out because I'm not sure there's a pass going to be thrown here. So maybe
he should not be guarding the pass. I would assume with Schultz in there, but you never know. I mean, Schultz did had a couple of those passes in that first game that were just almost right there for his receivers. So you never quite know. And here's Schultz again. He tosses the ball back to Matan Levy, and Levy is brought down. A tackle made by number 10, Gilad Shalem.
Right, and that's a dangerous toss there. That looked like those Herzliya tosses we saw the other night on Thursday night against the Judean Rebels, and they ended up in fumbles. And so let's see here at third and about 9 or 10 here.
Third about 9. They're not in goal formation. They're not quite at the goal mark, meaning they can get a touchdown. I think they can get a first down without getting a touchdown, as I should say. So we'll see what happens here. Here's Schultz in the shotgun formation. Lay Boyle in the backfield. And Schultz is going to pass this, but it's incomplete. Ball intended for a Yaron, and it'll be 4th down.
Yeah, it looked like they got their calls mixed up there because he looked like he was certainly going for one direction. And timeout here for the
Tel Aviv Sabres.
No, for the Lions.
Excuse me, Lions timeout. Interesting to take the timeout here. That may cost them as they will not get it. That's one less timeout they will get at the end of the 4th quarter.
And we will take a timeout as well.
For all your plumbing needs, call me Sean Plumbing at 052-240-3557. Sean Plumbing can take care of boilers, radiators, blockages, burst pipes, and all your general plumbing needs. Mention this ad when you call me Sean Plumbing and receive 10% off your service call.
Looking for great food, great atmosphere, and great sports all under one roof? And come on down to Gove Sports Bar. Whether it's sitting back, relaxing, and enjoying food and drink with your friends from Gove's kosher menu, or getting into the action by watching the biggest games in sports on one of Gove's 742-inch plasma TVs, Gove has something for everyone. So come on down to Gove Sports Bar, located on 5 Solomon Street in downtown Jerusalem, and plan your next event at Gove.
All right, and we are back here at Wilson Stadium.
And look at this. They're going to try a field goal on 4th down, not going for it. I don't know. Oh, Schultz will keep himself. It's a fake. Schultz runs out to the right, and he's still on his feet. Flag down to the play. As of right now, it is not going to be a first. So turnover on downs. I don't know what that play was about. I don't agree with that. I don't think anyone was expecting a field goal there. Down by 8 points. And Mr. Hauser is arguing with Roy Freeman. I'm not sure what that was about. The offense is still on the field for the Lions.
Looks
They
like
have not left
offsides
it.
on the defense.
So that would be a huge break for Big Blue to pick that up, for the Lions to pick that up. And Mr. Hauser indicates the offense come back on the field. So they're going to get another crack at this. It'll be 4th and about 4. I don't think we'll see a fake field goal again.
What if they tried it again, just for fun?
Why not? No, I doubt that. I don't think anyone's buying that. Right now the score, of course, 1 minute and 20 seconds left in the third quarter. The Tel-Aviv Sabres 52, the Jerusalem Lions 42. And we're hearing some yelling for Yonah Michon, yelling at Mr. Hauser. And
I'm not so sure that they couldn't hard count them offsides again. This team is jumpy, and
I think it's worth a shot.
Yeah, but I don't know. I guess you're just going to put it in the legs of Schultz at this point. Wait,
yes,
it looks like Bauman's in at quarterback.
No, Bergman is in a quarterback. He moves over to get the ball from the center. Gives it to Matan Levy. Matan Levy's running, and we're going to find out very close to the first. And I don't think they got it. And they'll be switching sides. Turnover on downs. Matan Levy's not able to get the first down. Picked up about 3. They needed 4. Huge break for the Tel Aviv Sabres.
Now, there is a discussion with the referees. I don't really know what the discussion is here. The Lions are noticeably not happy.
Don Yaron picks up his helmet, tosses it on the ground. We did not see Yaron do that.
What is going on here, but they are certainly not happy.
We're hearing face mask from one of the assistant coaches for the Lions runs on the field and yells at the referees for a face mask. But the face mask was not called, and the Tel Aviv Sabres are going to get the ball. It'll be a 1st and 10 from about the 9-yard line. And on the defense for the Jerusalem.
I'm not really sure what the discussion is. I'm sorry to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
But they have already switched sides and everything, and now the referees are just I didn't even see a flag on the play, and they are livid over there on the Lions sideline. And I'm telling you, they have stuck to their call, and
now the Jerusalem's going to have to regroup. It's almost the fourth quarter. They're down 10 points. They must get a stop on this series. If they do not get a stop on this drive, they will not win this ball game. They cannot afford to go down by 3 scores, already down 2. The only way, obviously, is if they allow the touchdown and stop on the 2-point, then they're down 16. That's 2 scores. But if there's a touchdown, 2-point conversion, the game is over. For the defense, for the Lions on defense, number 21, Eli Patel, will be in the back, guarding the defense as a corner.
Now, who is coming out as quarterback? Hakami is back out as quarterback.
So Hakami's being a real trooper here. He took that vicious hit. He's back in the ballgame. And for defense for the Jerusalem Lions, number 99, Yoni Cooper, number 8, Avia Moore, number 14, Aria Bauman, and number 52, Ben Limberg. So we'll see how the defense of the Lions can handle this. They're going to have to suck it up and get a stop on the series. Hakami will have Zanu as a wideout to the right, and he has 2 men in the backfield. One of them is Saul, but he doesn't go to Saul. He goes to Casas. Casas runs into his own player and is brought down after a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8, Tel Aviv Sabres. Kind of ran into
number 66.
Number 66, Ehud Epstein. And if it wasn't for that, he would have broke it out to the outside. Who knows what happened from there?
Yeah, that would have been interesting because he would look like he was about to break containment. And we are about to break for the fourth quarter coming up.
Yes.
A low-scoring affair here.
It is the end of the third quarter. And our score, the Tel Aviv Sabres 52, Jerusalem Lions 42. We'll be right back after these words.
You're tuned in to the only all-sports talk network in the Middle East, IsraelSportsRadio.com.
For all your plumbing needs, call me Sean Plumbing at 052-240-3557. Sean Plumbing can take care of boilers, radiators, blockages, burst pipes, and all your general plumbing needs. Mention this ad when you call me Sean Plumbing and receive 10% off your service call.
Premier League,
La Liga,
Serie A,
Bundesliga,
Champions League, Europa, and all the news, views, and reviews on real football.
Tune in to On the Volley every Monday from 5 to 7 p.m.
Send a Safer.com. Send a Safer or book to someone in Israel. Send a Safer for a wedding or bar mitzvah present. Send a Safer to a yeshiva student studying in Israel for the year. Order a Safer for yourself. Free delivery in Jerusalem. Click on the SendASafer.com ad on the Israel Sports Radio homepage and send a Safer or book to someone right now. SendASafer.com.
Building love of Israel, one sports fan at a time. IsraelSportsRadio.com.
And we are back. Welcome back to Wilson Stadium.
For the first play of the fourth quarter. And Kagame, again, like we mentioned, back in the game. He's going to hand the ball off to his running back, Casas. Casas picks up about 10. And we'll decide. They might ask for the chains. But they're going to check. Tel Aviv Sabres are indicating it is first down. But they're not calling it first. It'll be third and about 1. So we'll see. Sabres can pick up the first. And I'll tell you what, it's a huge play. This is early in the fourth. The Lions need to stop, like we mentioned, 3rd and 1. Kagame has the new out to the left with 2 men in the backfield. And they're going to fake and go up the middle of Saul. Saul's going to have another touchdown, folks. He breaks right through the Lions defense. Touchdown, Tel Aviv Sabres.
Yeah, that was once he broke the line, there was no doubt about it there. And there was no one even close to him after about 5 yards off the line of scrimmage.
Right now it's 58-42, and like I mentioned earlier, that yes, no, I believe it's 58-42. We'll double check the score in one moment. Yes, 58-42. 58-42, 16 points. So, like I said, they have to get a stop on this play right now, the 2-point conversion, or the Lions are not going to be able to come back most likely. It'll make a 3-possession game. So this is a huge play. This is the biggest play of the game right now. Kagame in the shotgun formation, 3 wide receiver sets. Kagame rolls out right, man open. It's complete.
There's a flag.
There's a flag down the play, but right now 2-point conversion is good to number 51, Daniel Wasser. They're going to talk about this on the flag, and the Lions are going to have to hope that this is coming back, and they'll do the 2-point conversion again. But the Sabres are running off the field, so 2-point conversion is good. And the Sabres are up 18 points.
18 points.
60-42.
Yeah, this is not looking good for the Lions and the Sabres. The offense just cannot be stopped right now. I guess we're a Sabres Rebels game. What would the final score be of that game?
Could be in the hundreds. Could be a basketball score.
This is a basketball score for most colleges.
You're right. Especially if Northern Arizona University is playing, they like to score in the 40s.
Arizona State, is that what you said?
No, Northern Arizona, NAU.
Sorry.
The weather is nice. The weather is like Flagstaff weather right now. Nice and cold. Just the way we like it here. And here comes Casas, and there's a high booming kick. And Elias going to try to return it, but he can't. Ball goes right over his head. Automatic touchback. 1st and 10 for the Lions from the 15-yard line. And for the Lions, they're going to need a quick score, and they're going to need it real fast.
They are going to need it. And, I guess it's time for them to wake up. It's the fourth
quarter. Yes, fourth quarter is wake-up time, of course. I was going to say that line. I forgot to say it, but thank you for reminding me. Fourth quarter is wake-up time, folks.
Only in Tel Aviv, though.
Yes, in Tel Aviv.
Where everything starts just a little bit later.
Yes, they like to eat dinner at midnight here in Tel Aviv. So fourth quarter is wake-up time, and we'll see if the Lions are able to wake up. The Sabres right now have taken an 18-point lead, so we'll see who's going to wake up and finish this game off. The Sabres on defense are going to have number 27, Jenya Pilyov, number 26, Elian Bitan, and number 80, Tal Greenblatt will be guarding Yaron. And here comes Schultz. Schultz goes real deep. It's incomplete. Pass intended for Idan Yaron. Tal Greenblatt on the coverage.
Yeah, that wasn't even close, though. I think they've got to go with the legs of Schultz rather than the arm of Schultz at this point.
And that's part of the problem for the Lions because they can't afford to take a lot of time at the clock, but Schultz's strength is his legs.
Exactly. So that's it really changes the way this game is played here. So shortens up the field a bit, and let's see if Schultz can make something happen here. I think either that or they're going to have to go to a crossing pattern and see if they can get something off of that crossing route that they love to run.
Here comes Schultz, and he's going to hand the ball off to Labe. Labe picks up about 2, and it'll be 3rd and 8 for the Jerusalem Lions.
Right, and the other problem, of course, is when you move Schultz over to quarterback, obviously he can't be a receiver or running back.
He's had a great game as wide receiver, and he's had a great game all the way around. Also returned a kickoff for a touchdown. But you're right, you do not get him on the receiving end. You have to rely on him as quarterback. And this is a big 3rd down. Tel Aviv's already up 18 points. And I have to say this is 4-down territory concerning the score of the game.
Right, yeah, exactly. And we see Itai standing on the sideline with his helmet in his hand. I don't know if that means anything, but...
And here comes the Jerusalem Lions. And Schultz hands the ball off to Matan Levy. Matan picked up nothing there. It'll be 4th down.
Yeah, 4th down, and...
it looks like the tackle was made by number 10, Yaniv Yaron.
So it's about 4th and 8. Timeout Lions. I guess they're going to discuss what they are going to do here.
I tell you what, I know they are at their own 11, and I'm not sure if they get the 1st down if they went for it anyways, but I don't see the point in punting. They have not been able to stop the Sabres all night. They're down 18 points. There's only so many series left for the Lions in the 4th quarter. I think you have to go for it.
Right. Oh, I certainly think, and it looks like their team, Hauser's still in there, and it looks like their offensive squad is still in there. So
the tricky thing is that Schultz does the kickoff as well. He does the punts. That he's the QB, so it's hard to tell if there's a fake coming or not. But this looks straight up
punt.
They're lining up like a punt. We'll find now. Tel Aviv's indicating fake. They're not sending anyone out to return it.
Now,
but they're punting. It's Schultz punts. Punts is going to go out of bounds at about the 7. Interesting call from Yonah Michon.
Yeah, well, I guess he figured if they did make it, it would be a quick touchdown. At least this gives them some chance to make them go the distance, but it takes a lot of clock off.
It does. I guess the thinking is hopefully the defense could get some type of a turnover or a pick 6 and put them back in this ball game. Again, they're down 18 points, 60-42, and time is ticking out, and time is getting late for the Jerusalem Lions.
Right, and all right, and we can't really see the clock, but we know time is ticking.
We know time is ticking, of course.
All right, and let's see here.
Here comes Kami again, still in the ball game, and being a real trooper after taking those vicious hits from the Lions defense. And he's got Saul in the backfield, Zanu, the wideout to his right, but he's going to go up the middle to number 51, Daniel Wasser. Wasser picks up about a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 9, Tel Aviv Sabres.
Right, and let's see if, I mean, they're not going to run the ball out here, I wouldn't think. I mean, but.
Smart play about running, though, of course, milking the clock.
Right, exactly.
And we'll see if the Sabres are going to try to go through, stepping on the throw of the Lions, go for that nail the confidence they like to say, up 18 points. If 18 points is not an automatic win, 24 points certainly would be. And we'll see what they want to do. Now, I think they call a timeout. Yes, Tel Aviv is going to call a timeout. Kami signals to Roy Freeman to call a timeout. And
no,
No, they are going to call a timeout.
Okay. I don't know if you could see the clock now.
I cannot see the clock from here.
And it seems our PA announcer has quit.
PA announcer's taking a bit of a break. Okay, can we take a look at that? We're going to go together on the field.
Why not?
We're going to walk in the field. 7 minutes, 54 seconds left in the fourth.
Okay, so almost 8 minutes to go. Time is obviously on the Sabres' side in this go. I'm not sure why they called a timeout there, to be honest with you.
I think Kakami was not happy with the play they were about to call. Zanu was a little confused. I'm not sure if he wanted to move in motion or not. And they're going to decide what they're doing. It is 2nd and 9 for the Tel-Aviv Sabres. And I think the smart money, well, you know what? You don't know. But you figure the Sabres would run to try to milk the clock.
Running, yeah.
You figure that's what they would do.
First of all, with all they're certainly breaking open, some tackles. So his running could end up, with a touchdown. So.
Right, especially so when he's been running out to the outside, hugging that sideline. And he is in the backfield again, along, of course, with number 51, Daniel Wasser. Here's Kakami. He's got Zanu, the wideout to his right. Kakami's going to keep it, not hand the ball off. And he's going to keep it himself. Not going to pass it. And he finally steps out of bounds, slides into the 23-yard line. That is enough for the first. Roy Freeman indicates first down.
Yes, first down there. Surprised he's taking off and running because
he's not known as much of a runner. He generally likes to keep the ball and pass it out.
Big shot there on his last possession. I know they were kind of hoping that the clock would continue running, but
right now it is. It is clicking. 7:41 and going. He slides but doesn't go out of bounds. Smart heads-up play by Kakami to make sure to stay in bounds so the clock would not stop. So we are at 7:33 and going. And here comes Tel Aviv. They just hit the first down just now. The play before it got Zanu out to the left. And the pitch goes back to Saul. Saul is brought down by number 21, Ilya Patel. Picked up about 3. It'll be 2nd and 7, Tel Aviv Sabres.
Right. And look, that's probably how we're going to see this game continue with just little chunks of yardage. Clock keeps moving. And it's going to be up to the Lions to try to make a stop here. But they are, sort of like the Kings against the underdog. They're getting 3-4 yards a carry here, at least.
Right. And they're going to have to force a fumble to try to get the ball back. As of now, we just went under 7 minutes, 6:47 and counting. And this running game for the Sabres is certainly working. Zanu out to the right, and 2 men in the backfield. And Kakami hands the ball off to number 28, Eitan Ben-David. Ben-David picks about a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
And I tell you, that was a great defensive play. Comes up a little slow by, I believe, 99 is Cooper. Cooper running off the field now. It looks like he is. Lapidot comes in. But that was a great save there because if he wouldn't have gotten those legs, then that would have been off to the races.
Right, and certainly, as it is down 18 points, it's going to be tough for them to come back, but certainly can't afford to give up a touchdown with the amount of time remaining here in the fourth. Now 6:09 here in the fourth quarter. And Roy Freeman indicates a penalty against the Tel Aviv Sabres. So it's still going to be 2nd down. We're going to move the ball back. And it looks like it'll be about 2nd and 11 for the Tel Aviv Sabres. Big advantage for the Lions that the clock does stop. And clock is going right now, so it is 6:06 now and counting until the end of the game. 6 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. Kakami's got Zanu out to the left. 2 men in the backfield for the Sabres. Lions fake blitz, but they don't do it. Kakami fakes the handoff, scrambles, runs out right. He's coming towards us, and he steps out of bounds, avoids a sack. Lapidot forces him out.
But he does step out of bounds, so the clock does stop there. If he would have just gone down, the clock would have continued.
Yeah, so Kakami knew he made a mistake.
Right.
He came right by us and hit his hands against his helmet. You knew he should have stayed in.
Right, exactly.
And
so
it's a big loss for the Tel Aviv Sabres.
About 3rd and 20, 3rd and 18.
Looks like about 3rd and 18 for the Tel Aviv.
3rd and 18.
We'll go 3rd and 18. 18, of course, Kai. And Lapidot looks to us and said, basically, what do you mean that wasn't a sack? He wanted credit for the sack because he did pressure Kakami out, but he did not touch him.
I think it would be, I don't know what it was.
And And they call another timeout.
Why?
Kakami's really upset with his teammates right now.
I don't understand what's with the timeouts here and why.
He's not getting the play he wants, apparently, and Kakami's fired up and upset. Kakami, he's been getting hit all night long, and I'd say he's not the biggest guy out there, but he's taking these big hits. And he looks at John Sharon kind of, how come these guys can't get together?
I don't understand, but why the timeout? I mean, they'd almost be better off taking delay a game at this point rather than wait. I mean, I guess they don't waste the timeouts being up 18, but you never know. I mean, and it also gives the Lions a breather.
Right, it gives the Lions a breather, and it gives the Lions some time to talk over the play.
Right.
But in any case, Kakami, the veteran here, decides to call the timeout, and they're about ready to go. Zanu is right by us. He's lining up to the right side, and Kakami has got two men in the backfield. Saul is one of them. We'll find out in one moment if it's going to go to him. And here comes Kakami, calls hike, and he hands the ball off to Saul. Saul runs out left. He dances, then cuts in back right, breaks another tackle, and is finally brought down almost to midfield. Great run by Saul, and tackle is made by number 47, David Sidman.
Excuse me?
Number 47, David Sidman, in the ball game, tackled Saul. A man down on the field for the Lions.
Way to go, City. Number 18, it looks like, down.
Yeah, it gets back up.
Number
Actually, the 10. Yes, that is number 10, Avi Abasa, but he's walking out the field, so he's fine. And took a bit of a shot there. But
all right,
fourth down, and Sabres going to go for it, apparently.
Are they going for it?
Then again, Kakami also punts on the squad.
So you got the same thing as Schultz here. It looks like they are going for a punt, and Elia is back.
Elia's back. I don't like this call. If I'm the Sabres, I would go for it. You know Elia is dangerous. He's already returned one ball for a touchdown. But
watch out for Zanu.
But they are getting it. The punt is legit, and the punt goes right in front of Elia. He catches it, and he is brought down by Zanu. Great tackle by Adam. And the Lions will take over from their own 15-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10.
Great focus by Ilya because he had a crowd around him. And it's funny, before, I don't know if you heard that scream from the crowd of "Don't Cry, Jerusalem." Obviously, they don't know this team, because if there's one thing this team can do is brush things off, and if even if it's a loss, they'll move on next week. I can pretty much assure you that.
Right. This is a very resilient team, and last season when they struggled and got to 6-4, some of the experts predicted they would not get out of the first round of the playoffs, but eventually they made it to the title game.
And they also told us then that, that's exactly what they wanted.
Mr. Hauser says some crazy things, but sometimes he's right. Here's Schultz in the shotgun formation. Schultz scrambles and throws the ball incomplete. Pass intended for a 9-yard run. Tall Greenblatt on the coverage. Greenblatt kind of puts down his hands, thinking he should have had an interception.
He was close there, and that would have just pretty much sealed the deal, because he was certainly in the. He had a better chance, put it this way, than Yaron did on that. So
right, Greenblatt a lot closer to Schultz's pass, and knows that he could have had one there. But in any case, the Lions catch a break. It'll be 2nd down, 2nd and 10 from their own 15-yard line. And it looks like the Lions are about ready to go. Up front for the Lions is Mr. Hauser and number 48, Hill Goldstein. Schultz scrambles, runs out, and is incomplete. Pass intended for number 81, Rafi Graben.
Yeah, and to me, I know that you can't score points quickly, on the ground, but they've got to run Schultz. To me, that is the only way they're picking up yardage here, and so it's going to be interesting here.
It certainly will. As time
what's that
ticks down.
scream? There's some weird screaming there from the Sabres.
Under 4:30 left to go in the fourth. Schultz has a shotgun formation. Matan Levy in the backfield. Schultz carries the ball, runs out right, breaks a tackle, but is finally brought down. He picked up maybe 4, and great tackling by the Tel-Aviv Sabres. Tackle made by number 43, Roni Cicerin.
Yeah, so let's see here. I mean, obviously this is 4 down, right? They're not going to punt here.
It's only 4 down territory with I was wrong about the time. It's 3 minutes now, 24 seconds left to go. And clock is ticking. And I got to tell you, if they don't make the 4th down.
I can't imagine they're punting, and yet the Sabres are looking for punt.
Right. Greenblatt moves back like he's going to return the punt.
Well, I mean,
I think he's playing more home run, center field type of play. Here's Schultz, hands the ball off to Yaron. Yaron cuts back and runs, finally brought down. It may have been enough for the first. Good run by Yaron. We're going to find out in one moment if that was enough. Yes, they indicate enough. That run was enough for the first down. A tackle made by number 10, Gilad Shalom, to potentially save a touchdown. Great run by Yaron. It'll be first and 10 from midfield.
Look, I like I said, it's not fast, but it's certainly a way for the only way they're moving the ball right now is through the legs. Now, unless they switch up to Bauman here at some point, which I'm kind of surprised they haven't, to pass the ball a little bit.
I'll tell you what's really killing the Lions at this point is giving up that 8 points at the end of the first half. If it wasn't for that, they'd be down by 10 in this situation with a chance to potentially win it. But here comes Schultz, pass the ball, Yaron. Yaron stays on his feet and is finally brought down by number 26, Elian Bitan. Picked up maybe 2 there, 2nd and 8, Jerusalem Lions.
Right, did he get out of bounds or is that clock moving still? It's hard to see.
It is hard to see at this vantage point. There's a lot of people right around the clock.
Yeah, it seems a very popular spot right now would be the clock, and it is moving with 2:20 to go. 2 minutes, 20 seconds to go in this game.
So Yaron makes a mistake by not getting out of bounds, trying to get more yardage.
Big gang tackle. I don't think he could have gotten out of bounds, but...
In any case, Yaron tried to get out, was not able to, but he is lined up again on the right. And man in motion for the Lions, Amichai Bergman. And here he goes. Ball almost hits us. Pass is incomplete. Ball almost hits our computer. And I just threw the ball myself to the referee. How cool is that? The referee dropped it.
You know, you are part of the game at this point.
So I'm 0 for 1. Have one incomplete pass in the game.
I'm not sure why that was incomplete, though. Who was that? That was a perfect spiral. I mean, you had some zip on it. And actually, hold on, there's a phone call. I believe it's Haifa on the line. They want you to start next game.
I am available if we're not broadcasting the game. So it depends. If it's outside of Kraft, I guess I can play Friday or Saturday night.
Hey, our next broadcast, by the way, is the Hanukkah Bowl.
Our next broadcast on Saturday night is the Hanukkah Bowl.
Right.
There's no game Thursday. You're right.
Correct.
You're correct.
Our next broadcast will be the Hanukkah Bowl, featuring the host Judean Rebels and the host Jerusalem Kings. I don't even know who the home team is because they both play home there. I know somebody's going to be designated as the visitors, but it's going to be a great game. If you were there last year, 64-60, it was a great scene as the menorah was lit.
Thousands of people came out to Kraft.
People were out at Kraft.
Some people standing room only.
Yeah,
very few people actually got to sit. So make sure you get to the game early so you get a seat.
But if you're listening and you can't get to the game,
listen to us at IsraelSportsRadio.com. We will have the ball game. And we're certainly looking forward to it.
And I'm sure David Simon on the Buffalo Steakhouse IFL Hour will kind of analyze his tackle and tell us how he lined the guy up.
See, he made a tackle, and I threw a pass. So right now we're even. How cool is that?
Right. And I've really done nothing.
Well, you're broadcasting one hell of a game, Andy Gershman. I'll say that. I'll say hell.
You know, I appreciate that. Chance of Let's Go defense and unison.
Led by Saeed Abulafa.
One of my favorite things about the IFL is the no need for cheerleaders because, of course, the players seem to act like cheerleaders at times.
We just went under the 2-minute warning. 1:58 left to go here in the ball game. And the Sabres fake blitz and a flag's thrown. You know what? I don't get the idea of faking blitz. Why risk going off sides and giving the Lions more yards? We're going to find out what the penalty against. It's against the Lions.
And they're dancing on the field. Wow. I mean, for whoever, Pavel, I'm not sure what
Pavel Rochi.
Yeah, is dancing kind of like he's clubbing in Tel Aviv. And,
he might be clubbing in about an hour or so, celebrating this victory. And Coach Ross comes out to the field.
He is not happy.
He's telling everyone to relax. I agree with that. You have an 18-point lead. You're under 150. Don't give the Lions any yards. Even the penalty against the Lions, the Tel Aviv Sabres almost bit there.
Well, not only that, this is just one game in a long schedule. These two teams could be meeting again.
Here comes Schultz, and he hands the ball to Matan Levy. Matan Levy then hands the ball to Yaron. It's a reverse. Yaron runs outside, is finally pushed out of bounds, kind of gain tackled, and ball will be turned over on downs. And tackled it's cute, by number 43, Roni Cicerin. Cicerin does a little jig, and here comes the offense for
Yeah, because there's really nothing quite as funny as injuring a player, apparently.
I apologize for saying it's turnover downs. It is third down. They were celebrating like it was fourth.
And
they screamed and yelled like they just won the title game, but it's third down. So 3rd and 10 for the Jerusalem Lions. And it looks like the referees are going to discuss this over before they hike on the play. On the defense for the Tel Aviv Sabres is number 27, Genya Prilov. Number 80, Tal Greenblatt, will be covering Idan Yaron. And number 38, Amir Benvensti is out there.
And number 10 gets up. I'm not sure.
I guess he took a good shot.
Yeah, so they can clap and scream and yell all they want, but Yaron came back to the play.
Yes. Yaniv Yaron runs out for Tel Aviv. Tel Aviv's faking blitz, and they tackle Leigh Boyle.
All right, boys. I'm going to suggest you kind of keep your cool here with a minute and a half to go.
Yeah, 1 minute 44 seconds left to go. Tel Aviv Sabres up 60-42, and this has been a game with a lot of motion and more penalties that we're used to seeing from both these squads.
Right.
Players beginning with each other and with the referees, and that means a lot to them since they usually keep their cool throughout the regular season. They know that this could be a potential title game, as they faced last year in the IFL Bowl.
And I'm sure the Judean Rebels that are listening are happy to see this score because now it moves them to 2-1, tied. We'll have to check out the tie-breaking rules within conference since they do have a conference loss versus a...
And here come the Lions. Benjamin Schultz, he's going to take the ball and hand it off to Leigh Boyle. Leigh has a great run. Again, we're used to Leigh picking about 3 or 4 yards, but he instead, Matan Levy. It's hard to tell that. Danny Brill. All right, third running back here. Danny Brill catches the ball and runs it out to the 20-yard line, but then he went off to the sideline. He took a good shot.
Flag on the play.
See another flag on the play. And the clock is still ticking while the referee's discussing this out, and it finally stops at 52 seconds. So Lions are got 52 seconds to score 18 points. I don't think it's going to happen. But the Lions are still on the drive in any case. Mr. Hauser is leading the line, kind of puts his hands up the air towards the referees.
Looks like an unsportsmanlike conduct call.
As we hear chants of "Let's Go Sabres" from the Tel Aviv faithful. And the Lions get the ball all the way at the 10-yard line.
Right, I'm not.
Well,
it's first and 10 from about the 10.5.
So
they could technically get a first down here.
They could technically get it.
Not sure what the call was there. Apparently it was
the chain gain is out here for start here. Someone moved, and we see some flags.
Oh, come on, people. Hold your spot.
And here's Yoda. Look at Yoda Bashan. He's running. I don't know who he was upset there, but he look how mad he is.
Oh, wow. There is laundry all over this field. We've got toot, toot.
See 3 flags down. 3 to 4 referees threw a penalty. Roy Freeman indicates a 5-yard penalty against the Jerusalem Lions. Yoda Bashan is clapping his hands, telling him, let's go.
So,
like I mentioned, Yoda Bashan does not get this energetic or passionate generally throughout the game, but he is in this game.
I'd like to also mention we are live on airs. Just want to throw that out since people are screaming right behind us, but that's great. It's live.
Right. Well, this is Tel Aviv and this is Israel, and people scream what they want to scream, but we say what we want to say.
And do what we want to do.
And right now the Sabres are playing how they want to play, as they're up by 18 points, 60-42, with 49 seconds left to go in the fourth. Here come the Jerusalem Lions, and Benjamin Schultz is in the shotgun formation. He's got 4 receivers. Catches a bad snap, throws the ball, and it's almost intercepted. Almost intercepted by
number 39.
Yes.
A great touch there.
Number 39, not listed on this sheet. Tall green.
Wait, our spotter.
So we don't
39, I tell you, but it was a great stretch. Fairly new player. He doesn't have the logo on the helmet yet, but I'm
looks
sure
like he has a place on this squad with
lot.
defense he's played.
That's right.
Especially on that play. Also, Tal Greenblatt in on the coverage. Here come the Lions on second down. It is 2nd and 15 from about the 15.5-yard line. Benjamin Schultz, the shotgun formation, keeps it himself, runs right by us. He's got one man to beat, but he doesn't beat him. He gets to the 40-yard line, and number 48, he's cute. Number 48, which is Pablo Roji, is claiming block in the back, but they're not going to call it. And it'll be third down, third and about one.
I tell you,
I
have to agree with him, honestly, on the block in the back. It certainly appeared to be. But it's funny to see a guy go from doing a jig to, like,
screaming up a storm.
Yeah. So,
up by 18 points. They want to still stop the Lions.
Apparently, they.
Here come the Lions at the 1-yard line. And men jump again. This is just not a smart decision. Mr. Hauser takes his hand and he's yelling at his line, come on.
I think Yona is just done.
Yona's just done yelling. He said everything he needs to say. The linemen for Lions are not listening as they keep jumping. And instead of being at the 1, they'll be at about the 6. They'll be third down from about the 6.5-yard line. They can go to the half-yard line and get a first without getting a touchdown. Be very, very close, though.
I'd be interested to see how many times they snap the ball. And be interesting to see how many times they snap the ball in practice.
And practice over and over about the linemen not jumping. And with under 50 seconds to go, it's 60-42. Tel-Aviv Sabres. Schultz hands the ball off to Yaron. Yaron runs out to the outside and is finally brought down at maybe at the 1. It looks like he got out of bounds, so that'll stop the clock. It'll be 4th and 1 from the 1-yard line. And clock did stop. 50.3 seconds is what is on the scoreboard.
50.3 seconds. The clock doesn't seem to be moving here.
Yeah, it seems to
all.
Went up or something, but that's what we're being told right here. 50.3. Tel-Aviv Sabres 60 and the Jerusalem Lions 42.
It looks like Yona just called a timeout.
It's
fourth down. They're not going to measure this at all?
Looks like they will not measure as Yona Michan is right in that huddle for the Lions.
Interesting there's no measurement here. I'm a little surprised, but...
And he's talking to number 79, Shmuel Halpern. Yaron is obviously in there. Amikai Bergman is in for the Lions on this play on 4th down.
The play they're running, the outside sweep there to Yaron, seems to be working very well. It's interesting that they have adapted because Yaron, obviously the receiver, when Itai's in, and this team is not passing right now, but they've still kept him very involved here. So here we go at
Mr. Hauser looks at his lineman, yells. He knows he doesn't want a 5-yard penalty here. It looks like Schultz is going to keep it on a quarterback sneak, and he's piling through, and I believe he got in.
Well, Coach Ross is saying touchdown. Now there's a late flag.
Right, we're seeing a flag down, but if the flag does not bring anything back, it'll be a touchdown for the Lions. Here's some clapping on the Lions sideline. And the past few minutes, they have not had a lot to clap about, being down 18 points. But if the touchdown stays...
Is this a penalty on the Lions?
Mr. Hauser is talking to Roy Freeman.
How is...
Roy Freeman is explaining to Hauser what happened, and they're going to go back.
They're
going to do this again on 4th down. Look at this. Pavel Ezroki...
That is an awful call.
He moves his hands and says, not in, and they will try this again. Still 4th down, and the ball is going back.
Wow.
And Yona Michan is really livid.
But he's exactly right. How can you call hands to the face from behind the defense?
Right.
You can't see that from behind the defense. That was an awful call. And, I mean, it changes everything because now you're talking about 4th and 10 from
4th and about 10 and a half. They again could get this first down without getting a touchdown.
Yeah, but
it's not
this
likely.
is a much different call here.
Yeah. Well, here come the Lions, down 60-42. About 45 seconds left. Another movement again. 3 flags down. We'll find out in one moment who jumped. Looks like the Lions are going back again. So instead of the touchdown, they're going to be about 15 yards away.
And here's number 26 because he's dancing in a
dancing a little bit of a jig also. A lot
really
of confidence.
Strange way.
26, Elhan Bitan.
Wow.
Bitan is dancing, and
so interesting.
I guess he hasn't been here before.
Apparently, you'd think as a championship team that you'd act like a championship team, but, you know.
So 45.3 seconds left. The Lions are down 60-42. Benjamin Schultz is in the shotgun formation. Lade Boyle and Matan Levy are in the backfield, probably giving some protection, get a block for him. Schultz is going to go deep for Yaron. He spins, but finally gets off to Yaron. Yaron's there.
It's got to be a penalty. That is.
And no pass interference is called.
Wow.
And we have a turnover down. And the coaches for the Lions are really upset.
Well, how that was not a pass interference, I do not know. That should have been a pass interference. I cannot believe that wasn't. He bumped him completely all the way down. Certainly pass interference to me.
Have to agree with you there, Andy Gershman. But in any case, the Tel-Aviv Sabres get the ball back. But obviously at that point, down 18 points, it wasn't really a matter of affecting the game, but pride and that they wanted to bring the ball game within 12 or 10 points. But
yeah, and you can't really go. You got to play till the end,
right?
And the refs have to ref till the end,
right?
So
agree with that. So no call there, a bad no call, but the Sabres are going to get the ball, and I assume line in victory formation. You never know. In the IFL, Yonah Bashan is still upset about the no call, and
they will go into victory formation, it appears, with Zanu, I believe, taking the snaps at this point.
Here's Zanu, kneels down. Clock will tick down.
And the clock continues.
One more kneel will do it. So the Tel Aviv Sabres are going to go to 3-0. The Jerusalem Lions fall to 2-1. And the final score will be, in a few seconds, Tel Aviv Sabres 60 and the Jerusalem Lions 42. I'm not sure why there's yelling, but Zanu kneels again, and that's going to be it. Our score from our field here in Tel Aviv, the Tel Aviv Sabres 60, the Jerusalem Lions 42. What a heck of a ball game, folks.
And we
hope you enjoyed it. We'll be right back after a few words from our sponsors.
And we look forward to bringing the next game to you from Kraft Family Stadium. We'll be back right after this commercial break.
You're tuned in to the only all-sports talk network in the Middle East, IsraelSportsRadio.com.
For all your plumbing needs, call me Sean Plumbing at 052-240-3557. Sean Plumbing can take care of boilers, radiators, blockages, burst pipes, and all your general plumbing needs. Mention this ad when you call me Sean Plumbing and receive 10% off your service call.
Premier League,
La Liga,
Serie A,
Bundesliga,
Champions League,
Europa League,
and all the news, views, and reviews on real football.
Tune in to On the Volley every Monday from 5 to 7 p.m.
SendASafer.com. Send a safer or book to someone in Israel. Send a safer for a wedding or bar mitzvah present. Send a safer to a yeshiva student studying in Israel for the year. Order a safer for yourself. Free delivery in Jerusalem. Click on the SendASafer.com ad on the Israel Sports Radio homepage and send a safer or book to someone right now. SendASafer.com.
Building love of Israel, one sports fan at a time. IsraelSportsRadio.com.